Sure. All right, guys. Welcome to the third annual Community Cup. We are in game 2 right now. We have Old World Blues on the Axis team, and we have Aquila Regia on the Allies. Joining me is Wolf Girl Gaming. How's it going?
Hello.
All right. So I heard the last match was really interesting. I'm wondering how this game's going to go. We're still pretty early days, so it's not like we're going to be able to see too much, but yeah. What do you think, Wolf Girl?
I think we're in for a few surprises tonight. I think we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns from the players. Let's see who we've got. So we got Aelfred on Germany. For Italy, we have Lead Colt, who is already using all their navy. We've got all their oil. We've got Ricky on Spain. So not Spain, Japan. As far as the allies go, we've got a Hirschlizer. Oh man. I'm gonna have some difficulty pronouncing names today. How do you pronounce that? The player on UK? We look on the diplomacy tab at the top there. Hirschler. I know that Aquila Riga is a German team, a German community, right?
So that will make it a little bit more challenging for us.
Yes. But okay, Teddy player on the US. All right, I can do that. Cliff on Canada. All right. I'm coming back. We've got Rurkus on Australia. Johansen on Raj. What else do we got for players? France. What's our France player? Nico. And is there a Mexico player? There is. Selikis. Oh, so that is very quick. Ethiopia already done.
Whoa, they are not wasting any time.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably ready for Spain. They're going for it. All right. Yeah. So I wonder what they're doing in terms of their peace deal. We'll see. So there are some strategies. I don't know if it's banned, but some people like to release all the states as independent countries. Looks like I think that's just going to be a straight up annex, maybe. No, puppet. They're going to make a puppet of the empire. All right, Italian East Africa has been puppeted. Cool. All right, and as far as the Italian goes, yeah, that does end the war for them, but they do have the occupations in just afar. So yeah, it should be all right for them. Just waiting. Now, normally Ethiopia will end just before Spain. Like, the idea is that the Italian player wants to grind as much as possible, but maybe they had something else in mind where they just wanted to get the war over with and have everything ready. Yeah.
Naval treaty has been signed.
Oh yes, yeah. That is going to be something there. All right, just waiting on Spain. What else we got here? So Japan returned the Chinese territory to Manchuria right off the bat. Interesting. All right, so that's Army of Africa focus for Spain. So how far have they got? Yeah, so there's a couple focuses away. Interesting process doing suppress the strikes, and it looks like they're contesting in the north, so that's pretty good. It's good that they are contesting in the north because that's where you generally want to hold. Yeah. Just clicking around, guys, seeing what we got here.
Yeah, just taking all in.
Yeah. I also have to remember to switch to the countries. Okay. Yeah, wow. But that early Ethiopia, like before we even got around to talking about it, I wanted to switch over. I was going to look at it like around this time. I had a whole thing planned out.
They're just not messing about.
But Italy had some other plans. They just wanted to end it. I'm like, well, I got no battles to look at now, but what's going on?
Maybe we should take a look at the rules set for this evening.
No, you're good. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, Spain will kick off here in a month. We're good to go. But yeah, it's the quiet build up in the beginning of the game. It's really going to come down. There's a few things that I'm wondering about the Germany player and the Soviet Union player. One thing I could talk about is if you open up the political screen on any country, which is like clicking the flag there. If you hover over the laws and governments, so the very left one with the conscription,
Yep.
You'll see that there's like mobilization speed and stability increase with the lower levels. There's actually benefits to saying low conscription law and low mobilization laws in this. Although it does cost more consumer goods, you do actually get some bonuses.
Edward is abdicated.
Oh yeah. It is actually closer to vanilla, with the exception of the stability. Oh, and there is Spain. Okay, let's take over to Spain. So the game's going to be paused for the next little bit. And that is a good starting spot for Spain.
Yep.
They like literally they have the entire north secure. And then when they unpause, we'll see who's sending volunteers. The big question is, will Japan send volunteers to Spain? Usually we got an Italy and we got a Germany player, but sometimes Japan wants that extra XP before the China War. And not only that, but we do have the first encirclement of the game. If you zoom in to northern Spain, I think we're gonna see some squishing happening.
Some squishing. Oh, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay, so 54 to 54. So they are dead set even for divisions. The nationalist Spain divisions are a little bit better as far as like the Army of Africa stuff goes. So they will have a slight advantage there. Although the Soviet player can send a lot of volunteers. So that's going to be something to watch for. In this mod, depending on what they do at the beginning, I think they can send 8 full divisions, and you send their mountaineers, and they're very good in Spain. So depending on how much the Soviets want to commit to Spain, it could be very rough for them. Okay, and we are unpaused. We are seeing the first squish of the game. And if they can get it before the line solidify. We've gotten some tiles taken here in the east. Oh, and it solidifies. All right, so the battles move a little bit slower now because there is not a whole lot of attack, but they are encircled in the north. Here comes the Army of Africa. And 5 divisions from the Axis so far. Okay, so far Germany and Italy have been the only ones that sent to the north, and then of course the Soviets sent their stuff to the south. Yeah. But national Spain's looking like they're in a good spot. They are maybe posturing to push down here, we'll see. Sort of in the east of Madrid area, near Valencia. Depending on how they play this, the anarchists can spawn in multiple locations. So if they do take Barcelona early, and so there's the north secured already. and Norway sanctioned.
Thank you so much for that follow. That scared the life out of me.
Do we have a Norway player? We do not. Okay. Sometimes these games do have Norway players in this mod because there is an actual focus tree. I don't know if it was, maybe it was removed for this event, but no, it was not. So Norway actually has a focus tree in this, but it's probably not going to really matter that much because it is an AI player. All right. So it looks like the Soviets sent 6. I'm just going to double check that. Yes, they sent six volunteers. That is on the low side for Russia. But yeah, they are focusing here in the east, and then that's 2 more volunteers from Germany.
Oh.
Okay, and they're trying to grab the tile near Salamanca. And I don't know if the Nationals see this, but maybe they just got a lot of time and they're not too worried about the potential encirclement of that one tile. Okay, and we do have a little bit of attritioning happening. Oh, and that is because the supply hub in the north and eastern Aragon is not connected. But that is something they could probably fix. And are they? They are not fixing it.
Oh. Too focused on battle.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in the game, it is honestly, it is very, it's very difficult to keep track of everything. It takes a very pro player to be like on that kind of stuff. So I'm sure there's a lot of comms happening right now where they're trying to go back and forth here. Now. Oh, we got it. I should not be clicking these.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah.
We are in observer mode, so it's not an issue, but I just don't want the viewer to think that I'm clicking things. In fact, I might just... Yeah, I'm going to turn off the event pop-ups in the decisions tab, which is the little hammer there. There's an option to turn off event pop-ups.
All right,
yeah. So we'll commentate when big things happen, like, you know, World War II, let's say. I just
not started yet.
Yeah. Okay, and because there is... Oh, and we do have a Bulgaria now sending volunteers. And, ooh, they've managed to send 4. So where are are they on the way still, or are they there yet? I do not see them. Oh, there they are. We got 2 here.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, so they are kind of under-equipped right now, but maybe it's better than having nothing out. Okay, and Soviets are staying on this side. It is a little bit dangerous to stay on this side of the line because of the anarchists.
Potential encirclement, I think.
When the anarchists spawn up, they do get a lot of these states. So they get Eastern Aragon, and they get Catalonia, and sometimes they get Valencia or part of Valencia. And so I'm always quite concerned standing right there on that side, like in Eastern Aragon. That's always a concern for me. So yeah, we do see a nationalist push now for Madrid. If they do take Madrid, that is a very good center airport and a lot of factories. We're looking at potentially 4 factories that the nationalists will not have, or the Republicans will not have. And considering they only have 15 factories, that is a sizable percentage. Yeah. So we're already seeing the factory advantage for the nationalists at 19 instead of 15.
Big movement there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and France is here now. Okay.
France is joining the battle.
So France can send volunteers. They are delayed by a focus. You have to save up for it. You can save, I believe you can save up to 35 days in this one. Yeah, so in this mod, players can save 35 days instead of the normal 10.
I believe my stream has gone live. So,
okay. So hello, people in the past.
Hello, everyone.
Wait, they're not going to hear you right now.
The 3rd annual community hub.
Okay. And so we did have a.
We have just been keeping an eye on things.
Yeah. So they will have watched the last 15 minutes. It's just that it's in the past.
It's so confusing with the delay.
Yeah. Yeah. So a moment ago there, we did have a pause because of a player lag. So hopefully that's not something that's going to be recurring. Oh, there is a massive push towards Zaragoza by the Soviets and the French. Will they be able to get Zaragoza in the northeast of Spain?
Yeah, they're making a push
so this
for
is
it.
a massive push here. I don't want to zoom out because there is also... Oh, it's good. We're going to get a encirclement here? Okay, okay. Red bubble, you got... Oh, and I think... it was so close.
How do I turn off those pop-ups again?
Yeah, in the events, decisions, sorry, just under the PP.
Under the PP?
Yeah, open up events and decisions, and then at the very top event pop-up, you just want to close those pop-ups. Yeah. Okay, so they didn't quite get the encirclement. They were able to reinforce it. But Zaragoza, ooh, they are barely holding. It's not looking very good in the northeast for National Spain because they have lost the real connection. This is going to take a second to reconnect. It looks like actually they got it right away, maybe because it wasn't disconnected for that long. So now, yeah, they do have their supply back. They may be able to hold this, but that was a very intense moment there.
It was. It was all kicking off, and I
it was it was literally a matter of hours between getting that tile, and that is an airport in the northeast. So, yeah. Airports are kind of key in this game because in terms of your placement, you get your efficiency, especially in the early game. The airplanes don't have that much of a range, so you want to get them in a really good spot. You want to get them to cover most of the air range as possible. Okay, well, it seems like they're settling down a little bit. They are managing to re-secure Zaragoza. So Soviets are doing a little bit of shuffling action here. Maybe they're going to be pulling something off else. I love that we have a bit of a delay here because I can actually talk about the game. Sometimes when you're spectating a game, it's like, oh, and then there's this interesting thing here happening here, chat, right? But yeah, I don't have to worry about snipers.
Yeah, I think you'll definitely confuse my community. They'll be like, what the heck is going on with this delay? What is this?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, this is Spain. There is the anarchists, which was a concern. Oh, they managed to keep Barcelona. Now, that's not necessarily a good thing for the Republicans.
Oh, wow.
Because this is a disconnected region. So if the nationalist player notices it, they could raid this area here, which they are not doing. They could raid the Western Mediterranean Sea because most of the supply there has to come through that area. So if we were watching the supply map, you'll see that it goes from Barcelona to Murcia, which is a port there, and then it distributes from that location. So supply is going to be actually a really big issue for the Republicans, for the Republican AI, I should say. So.
Oh, it's AI.
Yes. Yeah, and so the way to tell that is if you go to select the country itself, like go to the flag, and then if you open on the flag at the very top where it says political, there will be a section there that will tell you a player name. If there's no player name, it's a computer.
Ah. I see.
Yeah.
I've definitely made that mistake before in a community.
Now, I just actually noticed this. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, hold on. You got to be not on the country to see their name. So you want to right-click on them. My mistake there. I observe not wanting to observe. Yeah, so just don't be on the country that you want to look at, and then you'll see if there's a player name.
Just don't be on. Okay. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, so the anarchists are obviously getting pushed out. They tend to spawn with weaker divisions, not fully equipped, and they're in very terrible placement. So,
oh wow.
If anyone has ever played the anarchists in this game, they know it's not a great deal. Okay, and that is China. So, just gonna tag over or look over at China here for a minute. China war. we are seeing a small push for Beijing. And we've got first naval invasion off. Okay. So of course the China is also an AI in this map, but there is a Manchuria player, Visa. Okay. We'll just keep switching back and forth between China and Spain while we're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like they're going to get a couple tiles, hopefully at a Beijing encirclement for the Japanese player here. And yeah, they do have their first peninsula here. Now, from what I understand in this mod is certain states, when you take over their states, they spawn in divisions. I don't know if that's been changed. Maybe someone can correct me, but my current understanding right now is that China has so many odd divisions to start off with, which if we take over, we'll see. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm sure that was 15 minutes ago, or no, that's now. So you're not going to see this
an eye on Spain.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if there's anything interesting. I'll just keep taking back, but yeah, so as we're saying, 57 divisions from China, and I think they have, so controller of the state is still China in Guangdong. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, and maybe I shouldn't do it at all, but yeah. Okay, yeah, so we are seeing some withdrawal from the Chinese AI. I'm just going to switch back over to Japan. Yes, that is a much better perspective where we're seeing a lot more green bubbles. Interesting. So they are using their navy for shore bombardment and support that way. Japan just took Beijing.
Oh wow.
Okay. So I know that this is one of the states that when they take it over, they're spawning. So that's why I wanted to watch for the numbers. So China's lost one here in the east. And if they take it, Japanese player is extending a little bit beyond their supply, but if they open it up, they will be kind of fine here. And they're about to connect their two fronts, which is kind of key here. And then this last city will give us control, or give Japan control of the state. Okay, let's quickly look back at Spain. So they going quite slow. The French units are in a very bad supply zone here near Madrid, or just north of Madrid. And it looks like in the east they're not really moving, are they? All right. You let me know if there's any squishing opportunities.
Squishing? Oh yeah, I will do. I'm gonna head back to Spain because I...
Yeah. Okay, they are opening up the front there, China, and they are taking this last city, Jinan. We are seeing a lack of trains from the Japanese side and a little lack of trucks. They probably have motorized supply here. Early game, it is very difficult to get those supplies in. Yeah. Much as you want to motorize, sometimes you just can't. Okay, looks like the fronts are connected, so that should alleviate the supply situation a little bit. There it is. We just seen the ticks go. And they took the state. Okay, so now that's in Japanese control. I'm just going to take over to the Chinese here. And 54. Yeah, so they did get some spawn-ins. And so not producing anything. They're not actually using their factories. That's interesting. But yeah, they do get spawn-ins in this one here. So that's the first wave from this state here, and I believe the other ones are down here, sort of in Shenzhen and this area here in Nanning, and then there's also if they take Shanghai, there's also spawn-ins. So the Japan player will get some inertia. They'll grab a state. China will get a bunch of units, slow them down. They'll get the inertia again, and then that sort of rinses and repeats. So, yeah. Let's take a look at casualties. Japan and Manchuria are doing very well. We've got 8k casualties to 110. Yeah, so that's in the war screen there. When that looks like an explosion. I'm going to take back over to Spain.
Yeah, it's really interesting they're making a push towards Valencia.
Yes. Yeah, they are probably clearing up the mountain tiles there. Just so that they probably have those for positioning. And it looks like the anarchists are shuffling. Okay, where are the Soviets in all this? So we've got... Yeah, they're using calves. Interesting. Interesting move there. Instead of the mountaineers, they're using cav. Probably mech grinding. Oh.
Another push.
Okay, yeah. I think they're going to sweep Valencia there pretty easily. They're just trying to get the positioning for the encirclements. Keeping the capital in Barcelona would have been something. Where is it now? I'm not seeing a supply. Oh, they took back Madrid. Okay, so the Republicans took back Madrid. So this obviously would have been the Soviets. I didn't even notice that. I thought that little cluster wasn't Madrid, but it is. Yeah. Yeah, they do need to grab that. So you can see around Madrid, we've got a lot of red supply icons on the units. It's not looking too healthy for them.
Yeah.
So, So
wow.
that they do get reduced stats, and in the Spanish Civil War, you don't have much stats to begin with, right? So
Oh gosh. Nice.
Yeah, so it's very hard to get some.
They are trying so hard to encircle Madrid.
Yeah. That's very ballsy, and that is a squished in Toledo. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Very bold move of the Soviets to move into Madrid like that and stay there. It could have been very bad for them. The French, of course, pushing up towards Salamanca, keeping them on the defense. And we do have the breakthrough to the ocean by the nationalists in the east. I'm surprised they're not pushing down to Valencia. I think they're just kind of more concerned about the Soviets at the moment. But this is a very easy push in the east. Yeah.
I think so. I think
it's just an all-out panic. Probably VC. Oh, another one? And those are some volunteers. We got 2 Bulgarians and an Italian in there. I think that's both. Is that all of Bulgaria's units? Oh, and we have the Romanians here as well. And another encirclement.
They're all coming to the party now.
Okay, yes, some action is happening in Spain. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Okay, so I don't know if they're going to be able to break them out, because I'm seeing red bubbles here. They are holding, but they are on last stand. Bulgaria is taking a lot of HP damage. A lot of damage. Ooh, they're starting to pop. Ooh. Okay, well, I think that might be... Oh, they might break them out. They might break them out still. They can pin the Soviets. Come on, Germany. They got them out. So the Italians can retreat, and 1 Bulgarian cav may survive this. That is amazing.
Wow.
Okay, and there might be the counter encirclement. Oh, Soviets are pulling out. Soviets are pulling out. Okay, they are pushing it out. Okay, so there we go. Woo! So 1 Bulgarian unit did die there. That is unfortunate for them. Let's take over. They only have 1 volunteer left. When you're a miner, you don't really have that much equipment either, so... You know, it's kind of a sad day for Bulgaria. Rip 07s in chat for the Bulgarian division there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome into the crazy time.
Yes. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out very quickly to look at China. I don't want to miss too much China. It does look like they are making very good progress. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say. It looks like Bulgaria there is sending more to Spain, so we'll go back to the Spanish Civil War here. Yeah, they need to do something about their supply situation here. This supply hub can can't pronounce the name, but it's sort of in eastern Spain, is just not connected. We're a couple tiles off, and that is a lot of supply that they're losing out on. If they could grab the tile to the very 2 tiles east of Madrid, they could reconnect that there. Or actually, no, sorry, that everything goes into Madrid. I misread the situation. If they could reconnect it, they could build a single line. That is quite a bit of supply that they're missing out on. But yeah, no push to Valencia just yet. I'm wondering why. That's maybe they just want to keep those units in play, to keep the front longer for them.
Yeah.
Because usually, if you when you cap a nation, you get half their equipment. So it's not going to be a whole lot of guns from the anarchists, but it will be some guns that you're missing out on. And these are factories here, so these are factories. Well, so 2 factories, but.
I'm surprised they haven't taken Valencia yet.
Yeah.
For the port. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
But maybe they just don't want to spread themselves too thin.
I think that's exactly it. They don't want to spread their front lines, and it also does keep a second where the AI might move to the other side, right? So. For a second there, I couldn't tag back to a different country. Okay. All right, so the Nationalists are holding in the east. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. They are losing 1 tile closer to the supply hub. They are hurting for supply in this general region, and
supply is everything.
Supply is a very big portion of this game. Yeah. If you don't have supply, you're taking attrition. You're not reinforcing correctly. You have negative stat modifiers. We can open up a battle here and we can take a look. Yeah. Negative 32 attack, negative 14 defense, just from low supply from the Spanish. Whereas the Soviets, they don't have that problem. They're actually getting rations and ammo. So, it tends to help in the battles. Yeah. Even when they're pushing here, the Italians are pushing with negative 20 attack here, negative 62 breakthrough. Yeah. Okay, and then we got your more Bulgarian units. It looks like there is a bit of a push here.
Oh!
By the Soviets. It's hard to see with so many units on 1 tile. Oh, and are we we're gonna get a squish here. We're gonna get a squish. I think of a couple nationalist units. There's no reinforcement. Oh, can the Hungarians get there? Nope, they are not moving in. Here comes the squish. Can they pin them? Can they pin the 1 unit? 22 days? No, okay, so they got a unit. I'm surprised that happened. I mean, I guess they had the Soviets pinned in the north here, and they don't have the other side because the other side is, of course, the anarchists.
Oh wow! They should have made that play for
Valencia. If they had made the play for Valencia, yeah. Of course, the Allied side still has control of Madrid. Okay, they are just getting kicked out. All right. Oh, and the Nationalists just took back Madrid.
My mod has just informed me that I've been muted.
Oh no. Well, you've been on my side talking, so.
Yeah. Wonderful. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. 15 minutes in the future. It is us, Pigeon and Wolf Girl, talking to you from 15 minutes in the past. Okay, we're seeing some more action here. More pushing from the nationalist side. They have the supply now. See, now they got the supply. And they're getting the green bubbles. I mean, it's Hoi 4 101. First you get the supply, then you get the equipment, then you get the tiles. Speaking of banking PP, I'm seeing 300 from Spain.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's a lot of PP.
It is. We are seeing some squishes just north of Valencia.
Oh, yeah.
Now, usually what happens is the Spanish player should leave these kind of squishes for Germany or I mean, sometimes lesser degree to Italy, because they do need their military XP for their own doctrine, and the German XP is kind of worth a little bit more than the Spanish XP. So I don't know. Maybe Hungary needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we are seeing a very dangerous situation for France. They could be. Yes, there it is. There is the squishes.
Oh, yeah.
That is 3 French volunteers. And I don't think they're getting out.
Nope.
I think that is it. Soviets are coming to try to rescue them, but they are on last standing.
Yeah.
Darn.
Oh.
Oh, maybe they might be able to get them out here. It's not looking good, though.
No.
If they can keep that last stand going, though, 7 more days. Yeah, look, the too many units on that tile, the Soviets cannot push them. They cannot relieve the French. Looks like the French are going to lose 3 divisions. There goes 1. Count them down, Wolf.
Oh.
Okay. That's another.
Hey, Ted House.
Are we going to see the last one there? And that it is it. How many does France have left? 1 volunteer left. They can send more. They are allowed to send more, but I don't know if they're going to want to. Sort of after that happens, you know. I don't know. Okay, are they going to make another counter push here for Madrid? It looks like we got a couple Soviet units in the west here, pushing for Toledo. They might get it. I'm surprised the anarchists are still in this. They just need if they lose this city here in the east, the anarchists will be out here. Oh, and this is a big push by the Soviets, trying to cut off their supply in the west. They do not have a hub there, and they are across the river. There goes the anarchists. And oh, that is the Soviet encirclement.
Oh.
Right west of Madrid. Count them down. Count down the squishes.
All the squishes.
How many are left? We got 2 left.
Oh.
Oh, they're holding. No last stands, though, yet from the Soviets. Don't know if they're going to get them out. That's 1, 2, and they're gone. Yeah, if you want to count down the encirclements, like the units as they go, like
bear with me.
Yeah.
Bear with. I am going to quickly change over because I think I'm still muted, but with the whole time delay, I'm just going to have to figure that out. So
no worries.
bear with me. I'm just going to take a slight intermission myself.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
The audio will still be up, but
I'll keep this going. Yeah. Okay. So we got a little bit of action here in the west. Looking like a major encirclement potentially coming in here for the nationalist side, with Romania leading the charge. Can they get those 4 units? Will they pin them in time? I have no idea. There we go. There's the encirclement. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 units. Oh, the writing is on the walls, folks. While this goes down, let's take a look over at China. 0 fuel, still lacking some trains, but we are making some progress. Casualties have gone up a little bit to 48k for the Axis, to 420. Let's go. Yeah, supply's not super great in the north, but that is usually how it goes. Sort of the good supply in China is this area. How's it going? I can hear you. So sort of this area here. As you start pushing west and into the interior, it gets very rough. So good luck to the Japan player here. Seeing a lot of units shuffling around. See, are they? They are not on. They are on very flexible cohesion. So I'm gonna see a lot of shuffling there for Spain. For Japan. I'm gonna move back to Spain here. Click on the Republic. Okay, yeah, it's looking like the writing is on the wall. Soviets are valiantly holding in the east here, but the massive push is probably just going to come down. There's just no units here stopping the nationalist push on the west. And of course, supply being in Barcelona. Now, did they do it yet? They did not. I'm surprised there was no convoy raiding, because that would have been very key for the nationalists. There we go. For some reason it wants to keep clicking to the Republicans for me, but yeah. Oh, there's a little bit of a push. No. It's looking like the Axis is just keeping them pinned here while all the work happens in the west. All right. Now, rule set does say that they do have to make a push for Barcelona. I do think that probably counts, the way that they are doing it. So it's not like they're necessarily doing anything cheesy. But if they stop one tile off, we might have to pull on the refs. But
well, it
otherwise,
says everything's green on my end, so I'm just going to have to assume that at 15 minutes time...
If it's green, yeah, you're not going to be able to get a response from chat, but we're just going to... Just got to look at your audio levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did it as soon as I saw that message, but then... Yeah.
It's a bit like streaming on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever done that, but YouTube's delay is more than a few seconds. It's usually about 10 or 15 seconds. So when you ask YouTube chat anything, you gotta wait a long time, and it gets quite awkward. Anyways, National Spain sitting on 0 manpower.
I think as a streamer, you just get used to talking to yourself.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you gotta get it. You're basically used to that. All right. Now the refs are probably watching this, so don't think that's quite cheese just yet, but they should be pushing in the northeast. Although this, if they're not convoy raiding, I don't think that's actually really considered cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might be one for the refs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got a little breakthrough here by the nationalists. Okay. Italian units moving up to the northeast. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, this is where all the XP is. Oh, and of course the last French volunteer is in Barcelona, holding out.
Yep.
Do you see the Soviets anywhere?
No.
I think they're down here in the east. We've got 4 divisions left.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that really...
Looks like they're losing that tile there.
Yeah.
So are you on looking at the
Down to
Spanish
the
state
one.
perspective?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen some red bubbles. The Soviets are less defending.
Moving.
This might be a cutoff here situation.
I think it will be. They're heading for Barcelona.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so they are attacking Barcelona, so this is perfectly fine. Yeah, so if a capital is encircled, they need to, per the rule sets, they need to be attacking it. And if they're not attacking it, it's considered a rule break because it does mess with the supply situation. It's not actually affecting it that much because it is a port and they're not convoy raiding. But yeah. Looks like this is going to be, I mean, don't want to call it too early, but probably a nationalist Spain victory. What do we think here?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be very hard to come back from.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit, right?
just a little bit.
Okay, well, let's take a look at China real quick. Yeah, they are pushing down into the center of China. So again, this bit of China is all about supply hubs, right? You want to push to the Xi'an, you want to push to Wuhan, you want to push to Nanking, you want to, and then you want to link them up. So that's another thing too.
There was almost an encirclement. Spain.
In Spain? Oh, okay. Let's look back at Spain.
Almost was, but they pushed back.
Okay. All right. Barcelona's probably about to fall here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So China does have spawn-ins, so it's not like it's gonna be super quick. Oh, where?
Barcelona's gone.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
Count them down. Count them down.
Two left.
2. Let's go.
Let's go.
And one of those is the French volunteer, so they are not getting out of this.
No.
So, oh,
down to the French volunteers.
yeah. So they will be last standing for as long as they can, getting that XP. But there is no getting out of this at this point.
No. Last man standing.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Well, I if I was the French player right now, I would be not sending any more back. Yeah. Oh, and here comes down the army from the northeast. It is only a matter of time now. Just taking a look at casualties before it ends. That's the explosion icon in the middle there. 300,000 to 544.
Oh yeah.
One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the Soviet volunteers. I just want to see what they've lost in the last couple of years. They've lost 130,000 manpower in Spain. Oh, there's the breakthrough.
Yep.
Okay. They've also lost 15,000 guns.
Oh, heading for Malaga.
There
And
it
not
is.
for a holiday either.
Yeah, Malaga's a little bit to the west, but there's yeah. Oh, yeah, they are caught up. It's just a matter of time. They just need a couple more VPs. There's the Soviets recalling their volunteers. I don't think. Yeah, that's it for the Allied side. It looks like Axis victory.
Yeah.
For this one here. And 2 more supply VPs, and that's about it. For people asking in chat about the builds, we will get around to them closer towards the war. I just wanted, we've got a pause here from Alfred. We'll talk about them closer to the war, because just in case there are people listening in, we don't want them to change their builds if we're showing certain designs, because I mean, May 38th, their fighters are probably in production, so we'll show that stuff a little bit closer to the end. But yeah. Or closer to the war, so that they don't actually have an advantage. Yeah, so we're just paused right now for some reason, but just one of the players paused it. So this is the part of the stream where you go, "Hey, how's it going, chat? What's going on? What are you guys up to?"
Yeah,
right? But there's nothing we can do, right?
We just switch to our just chatting screen and just say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hi guys, just checking in quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Germany paused for some reason. Wolfgang, I don't know if you couldn't read it in chat yet, but apparently you were muted. Is that fine?
Yeah, she knows.
I saw the message and I have unmuted it, but I'm not sure with the delay.
Okay.
I'm not sure of time. With the time thing, the time conception of time is, 15 minutes from when.
Yeah, it's weird. I know.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to continue in a moment.
Yep. Oh. Observe. I was clicked on the wrong country there for a second, and it gave me a war screen. Okay.
Okay, I've just had word from my moderator. I've just seen I do have a microphone, so
Okay,
15
good.
minutes has
Perfect.
passed.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at China there while they were talking. They have been getting more spawn-ins. Yeah, so we'll take a look over at Japan. We'll watch them for a little bit here while we're going. And then about a year from now, we'll start looking at the builds of the various countries. So we'll have to leave China on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If there's this would be a good time now if you want to bring up some of the game rules, and we can talk about how these game rule sets might differ from people's games at home, or if they've never played Hoi 4 before.
Yeah. Sure.
So I've got a screen here. Don't want to block too much of it, but yeah. So do you want to take us off from?
I do not have it open for some
Oh, okay.
reason. It's closed.
Yeah, no
so-
worries, no worries.
Um,
Yeah, just let me know when you got that. We'll spend some time doing that. Oh, we have a Japanese encirclement, or Japan got encircled by the Chinese AI. That is very unfortunate. Right next to Wuhan. Ooh, I'm liking this Chinese AI.
they're very aggressive.
Yeah. Okay, we got a couple more encirclements here. They'll probably get out because I don't think the AI really they don't utilize their encirclements. They don't capitalize on them. Yeah. Also, China AI is struggling for supply as well, which is interesting. Okay. Yeah, the beginning of the war was looking very good for the Japanese side. Some people aren't used to the spawn-ins. Yeah. Did you say?
Yeah, I've got the rules set up, so
Okay.
we can.
Yeah,
we
let's
can go through it.
let's start from general rules. I want to take us off
Yeah.
from there. So first rule, 1.1.
1.1. It goes without saying, no trolling, cheesing, breaking the rules, or exploiting are all bannable offences. Punishments will be carried out relative to the severity of the infraction. There is no exhaustive list of exploits, rather exclusion.
Yeah.
Using the garrison order in combination with field line is not considered an exploit for this tournament. Any other deviance from normal and intended game mechanics is considered an exploit.
So it's probably my favorite rule because it sort of encompasses everything. It's just like don't be cheesy, but
Yeah.
there will be a lot more rules we're going down.
Definitely. I think
yeah, so
like
yeah.
go on.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah, for the next rule, using external software, there are some like auto clickers and things that manage your factories for you, and then some people don't consider them cheating, but obviously this is the case here. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, so Yugoslavia. Okay,
wow.
I think we should come back to the rules and take a look at that
Yeah.
later. There's actually been quite a bit of action in this game. I'm very excited for this. So I'm over on the Italian viewpoint. So it is Italy alone
switch on
against Yugoslavia. They are doing Yugo early. Sometimes people like to do it during the war. But in this, one of the rules that we would have gotten down to further, the Allies are not allowed to guarantee anyone. So they can't guarantee Yugoslavia. They can only guarantee Poland for the beginning of the war. So, yeah.
Did you say Yugoslavia?
Yeah, Yugoslavia. So I'm looking at the Italian perspective right now, and it looks like they are pushing fairly well into the country. They did give up Zaladar, which is the one little territory there on the coast, but maybe it's probably just to make it easier for them to push through the one line. The big thing to watch for this would be the air. So they have no air up. Interesting. Yeah.
Very
Gonna
interesting.
have to do that. Yeah, this is all just Italian might pushing through the mountains, through the hills in northern Yugoslavia. Okay. And again, supply, yeah, okay, the Italian player is on it. They are not pushing with low supply. And the Hungarians did send a volunteer. Okay. All right, we may see an encirclement of the AI. And the supply here is very important. Yeah. one of the good things, or not good things, but one of the key things for getting Yugoslavia is of course the resources. There is a lot of chromium and aluminum in Yugoslavia, so the peace deal will be interesting. It looks like because Italy is the only one in it, they'll likely be annexing everything to themselves, but I think they do have decisions to give away territory. So if I had to guess, Macedonia in the south will go to Bulgaria. Vojvodina, if that's how you say it, and West Banat will probably go to Hungary. They've already gotten Slovakia from the Munich conference. Yeah, and then Italy might make a puppet, and they may annex it. So we'll see. They did make a puppet out of Ethiopia, which is interesting, but that might be because of the new mechanics for puppets and that. But yeah, this is moving a little bit slower than I thought it would go. I thought it would be very quick. But they're taking their time. They're keeping the casualties low. That's a very smart way to do it. Getting that XP. So I don't blame them. But I'm gonna pull back up the rules again. Yeah. So we talked about the impact of external software.
And then the next one was talking about like not pausing the game, and for those that haven't played in like the edition styles, the pace is fast. It's fast paced.
It is very fast. Yeah. They do keep it on 3 or 4 speed. Yeah. So do not release or create puppets or collaboration governments of any kind. Ethiopian. So the exceptions there are Ethiopia and Italian, Libya. So you can't essentially make puppets. And that is China. Early China. Oh. Okay. Well done. Okay. Well, we can keep talking about the rules. This peace conference might take a little bit. So what's the next one here? 1.5.
Civ bossing is not allowed. Players may only trade for resources they need. Trade backs are fine. Yeah.
So yeah, with Civ boosting, one of the things is like Germany and like the UK will have advantages of building factories earlier on versus the other ones. Like Germany has the MIFO bills. The US can give factories away to the UK, and the UK could build faster because they don't have all the depression mechanics. Of course, this is not allowed because Civ boosting it essentially becomes a requirement, and then all the builds get messed up, and it kind of makes for a really unfair game where people would have to Civ boost, and you don't really want that, right? So
and it also detracts from, like, obviously this competition is historical accuracy and gives people an unfair advantage. So
okay, and we have most of China going to Manchuria, and then Japan, of course, getting the coast. Pretty interesting build there. So we're going to see a lot of Manchurian units. I'm expecting probably most of the org wall is going to be coming from Manchuria because they're getting a lot of the population there. So I'm just looking back at Yugoslavia as it goes down. So the next one was 1.6, deleting factories. Steel mills, aluminum mills, refineries to grief the other side is prohibitive. Of course, you lose some territory, you're about to lose it, delete the factories. A little bit cheesy.
Yeah.
How about the next one there?
Just squished.
Oh, we need
squish.
Yeah. Okay.
This one little tile got squished.
Yeah. 1.7 coups, external pressure trade, propaganda ministers, and boosting ideology on another nation is against their will is prohibited. So you can't cheese and create civil wars. We've got 1.8. All nations must go through their historical paths. Do you want to get?
Yep.
Want to do 1.9 here?
Yeah, definitely. Let me just switch over. I was just keeping an eye on the war, just in crazy went down. 1.9. Players may not rename weapons so they get used first and then released before other nations.
Yeah. So that's a way to trade certain guns out and make a little bit of cheese. Yeah. Well, if you want to go back to the screen, I can focus on going through the rules and just bang them out real quick here before we get to the war, because time is creeping up on us.
Yeah, definitely. I'll keep an eye on things. And
All right, so we just finished with 1.9. Volunteer nations may not be attacked if they go that route. So this is kind of referring to, I think only in this case it's going to be Spain. I think Mexico has an option to go volunteer only, but they usually don't. Same with Brazil. There are other countries that are not necessarily playing this that can go volunteer, but yeah. When the war is starting, initially must always call their allies into the nation. Yeah, so all nations must accept the call to arms. So this is one thing you'll see. Italy is not in the Axis at the moment. If they did, they'd have to start right away. And then that kind of just messes up Africa. So you're going to see a little bit of different things here for that in this game here. So I'm just going to go over. You can't use war reparations in peace deals. That's something we should have checked for Italy. In fact, free from occupation. I think that is fine. No civil wars are allowed. So you could cheese. So here's the thing: if Bulgaria messes up, they can get a civil war. There's a couple noob traps. I think France can get a civil war mechanic. Yeah. Oh, and there's the second bit of Sudeten. So Slovakia is out. I'm just gonna get to the bottom of the general rules here, and then we'll start talking about the builds. Guarantees may not be manually removed. No wars can be declared unless it is specified in the rule set. And then using no garrison is prohibited. This particularly impacts the Eastern Front. So Barb is a big example for that. Yeah. Okay. And so that brings us up to the volunteers. Okay. So we're at October 38. As Italy is pushing here, I'm going to take a look at some of the designs and that for the Germans. So their early tanks. What do we got here? Yeah. So early game. I'm gonna let Wolf let you know that they've got 50 on fighters now. I'll take a look at the UK real quick. And they've got 60. They got 2 lines, so they've got 77 on fighters. They're using scout planes. Interesting. I like that. I really do like that. Both of them are lend-leased, or at least from their allies. So let's look back at Germany. Yeah, they are making now their efficiency is a little bit lower, and it's lend-lease from Hungary. So interesting. Interesting that they didn't go their own way. I'm wondering if there was some changes. Let's take a look down at Italy. Yeah, squish. The war will probably end when they get around to Belgrade. I'm not seeing any tanks in production just yet, which is interesting from Germany. And Germany has 6 factories that are idle. So
nobody likes idle factories.
No. Research slot is fine. They're asserting Eastern claims. They are going medium tanks, it looks like, but they have nothing in production just yet. Yeah, the UK is ahead in the air war, it looks like. Yeah, 5 a day. That is 6. Sorry, I should say 6.3 a day, essentially.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the tile fallen.
Okay. Oops. I gotta remember to click core territory. All right, there's the peace deal. Okay. So clicking on Italy on the right side there will show you what they're doing. They're just annexing it all. I think there are decisions, and they're taking the navy, of course. Very quick peace deal. I like this from the Italian player. None of this sitting in the peace deals for too long.
No.
Some players will take their time and fight over territory. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes, because
Oh, I just accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Okay, what did you do?
I just quit. I'm gonna take a quick.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be right back.
You should be able to hot join if you want to just send them the host a message. But yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. All right. But while you're doing
I
that,
quit instead.
Are you in the game? Sorry, or did you quit the game? Is that what you're saying?
I quit the game. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate.
Push the wrong button. Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the France player. So December 39, are they converting? So there are a couple strategies here with France. Yeah, so it does look like they are not doing the conversion strategy, which is quite interesting. They are building, so they're doing more of a late build for France. They've gotten rid of their things, and they are doing the economic focuses. So they will not have army reform by the end of the war. Don't think they have time for that. So yeah, or they're not going to get their manpower. Something's going to happen here where the France build is going to be. Yeah. So that's interesting from that. Let's take a look at the Soviets, how they're stacking up now. Ooh, got a pretty strong Soviets going, and they are on their heavy tanks already. Okay. I'm not going to dive too much into the Soviet build, but I'm just going to say things like, that's interesting. And that's interesting, because I know Barb is a little ways away, so... but yeah. Pretty much down here, that's almost sorted out. They're going to be ready soon for Winter War stuff. Just need to get a little bit here. I'm seeing they've already got their one research slot. There's another one there. And they're doing Tankograd at the moment for experience and to move some factories. So that's not too bad. But I'm liking their production line here. Is this you joining?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, I got a second to talk about the rules because I want to talk about the rules, guys. All right, so we're on volunteers. So of course, you can only send volunteers to one nation. That includes air volunteers. Divisions may not include tanks. So volunteers actually have to be leg infantry only.
It's not letting me ready up.
Okay. So how do you observe if you're... Do you not have the option? Do you have the option at the top to observe?
Yeah, I pressed
So
that.
click that and then click ready up.
There we go.
Okay. There you go. Yep. Looks like Italy's looking like, can we bribe Germans to let us win? Okay. Yes, we're actually probably not going to see many volunteers. Maybe from Spain. Spain might be able to send volunteers. Spain is the exception to the tank rule. Yeah, the exclusion here for that. Volunteers may not be recalled if they're encircled. May not naval invade, and you cannot send them to Ethiopia. And then, of course, only the Comintern can send air and land volunteers to help the Chinese for the Japan War, which is already over. Okay. Got hot second still, so I'm just going to keep going through here. We got land, no disbanding units, or changing templates that are encircled. We've got enemy capital if it's encircled. This is what I was talking about with Barcelona. If it was encircled, you must attempt to take it. Or you have to let them out, essentially, because otherwise it does mess with supply. After launching naval invasions, you cannot delete the order. This is one way of doing silent naval invasions. So if you do it and then delete it, the order, the other player won't get the notification because they don't get it until it's out until the next tile. Players may not naval invade from territory that is neutral. They may not spawn ghost divisions with no equipment, which is one way that people spam out for volunteers. Any paratroopers must be dropped with the intention to close an encirclement or otherwise support naval invasions. They may not be directly dropped on the front line, nor may not be used specifically to drop on airports or victory points, which is kind of interesting. Some games usually don't have a problem with this, but yeah, this can kind of mess with supply, and I can see why you want it. This is the biggest shocker here for.
Are we on play again, or?
Yeah, we're going. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going through the rules just because we got a few months before war. There's literally nothing happening on the map. So I just went through the builds for the majors a second here ago. So yeah, minimum for divisions is 15 combat width. So when they're fighting, they actually can only have 15 combat width or higher. So if we see a lot of spammed units, we might want to take a look at that. The refs will probably be keeping an eye on that. And then same thing with the naval invasions, the pair drops, they have to be minimum 20 width. No support tanks or support recons in infantry. This is, I think, really to prevent armor abuse. We've got Marines, paratroopers, and mountaineers battalions may not be mixed in a division template with any other, so you can't mix and match special forces. Yeah, and then of course, if you go Amtrak or if you go amphibious tanks, you have to put in Amtracs in this mod, and it's very difficult. So, any battalion that consumes food may not be mixed with battalions that do not. So that's basically they're just essentially those last 3-4 rules are saying no space marines. That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And then any use that consume fuel cannot be garrisoned on ports. So one thing to look for if gotta make sure there are no tanks sitting on ports. So
Oh, right, okay.
yeah. Planes may not be stationed in neutral countries. Flicker bombing is prohibited. So if there are bombing, if bombing is happening, they need to stay in that region for at least 7 in-game days. Because shuffling them around can be a headache, and it's very hard to counter, actually. Air assets may never be used for the sole purpose of bombing or targeting otherwise singling out railways. Okay, interesting. So I don't know if that counts as logi strikes. I think it says singling out railways. That might be something that the refs might have to get to if there's some complaint. Like, it might be some complaints. I don't know. Hopefully that was clarified for the players at least.
Yeah.
Navies may not be put on do not engage unless they're retreating from battle. This is essentially to like stop the strike force abuse where you get supremacy without ever engaging.
Yeah.
Ships may not be scuttled unless we had a ping here. What was going on? Soviets ping something. Oh, they're probably just talking amongst themselves. Ships may not be scuttled unless you have no manpower. So sometimes countries will delete their ships to get extra manpower. So it's and I guess maybe the French player wouldn't do it because the Vichy would get some. There might be some sort of cheese in there that they're kind of worried about. Mine laying is banned, of course, because of lag. Yeah. Submarines cannot be always engaged. Minimum fleet size is 5. People are going to break this rule, just not intentionally, because ships will get sunk.
Yeah.
But you may
Players
not
must make a reasonable attempt, yeah.
Yeah. So you do have the rules up now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to take the next one then? The next couple ones?
You may not station ships on neutral ports to escape bombing.
Yes.
That would probably be a temptation. Some, I suppose.
Usually the UK will keep their fleet in Scapa Flow because it's hard to get range for the Germans. But that's one thing that I like to particularly do is get bombers that have the range that can reach all the way up there. But yeah.
Docking rights outside your fraction are
Yes. Okay.
At no point may any nation have more than 4 aircraft carriers active in any battle.
Okay, so that does limit the size of your groups. You generally don't want too much more than 4 because you do want to have screening efficiency. So with 4 carriers, you're sitting at like the perfect screening. You need like 96 ships total. So at that point, your positioning is going down a little bit. So if anything, that rule is kind of like to help new players a little bit. I know you could probably get away with like 6 carriers and just not have them fully screened and get more things, but yeah. All right. So I think that's sort of it for the general rules. There are some specific ones for the allies and the Cominterns. We don't really need to go over them.
No.
Yeah. I'm just going to get back to the game and we'll take a look at their builds. I just didn't want to get too in depth into what everyone is building too early, just in case some people are listening in. They will have like their own espionage and they will be able to see certain things.
Yeah, I mean that is a good like point. Like the reason for the delay, the 15-minute delay, is for that very reason. Stop sniping happening.
Yeah.
So we'll react to things that happen in our chats as and when we see them.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, if we start giving off information a little bit too early, they could be listening in, and it's like, oh, but 15 minutes ago they had this much, and this is what their template was, and there is some information we could be giving away. So hopefully they're not doing that. Hopefully no one's actually abusing this, but
yeah, it's just not in the spirit of the game, really.
Yeah. So that was the whole point of me going over us going over the rules.
Yeah.
Okay. So they do have some options. I'm pretty sure the territorial exchanges. Establish. No. Okay, so I don't know if this happens at the war or... but sometimes Italy has the option to give away territory. I don't know if this is actually how this works in this mod, but it looks like Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria are kind of missing out on their sort of like given resources. Maybe they didn't care that much, that the team, they just kind of wanted to beef up Italy. You know, stronger Italy, weaker Bulgaria, Hungary, maybe it's not the worst thing. Yeah, let's take a look at the build. So I'm not seeing any tanks from Germany, and it is May 39. So
ooh,
I think this is really bad. Did they 50 support? What? Okay, I'm very confused. They've gone way up on support equipment. They deleted their airline.
Whoa.
Okay, so it's Old World Blues' Axis, right? I need to double confirm this. Yeah, so Old World Blues. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a look at the UK. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, the UK air is looking very strong. Maybe the Germans know they're not going to win the air war, and they're forfeiting it. Is Italy picking up the air slack? No, I was looking at Italy. Okay. Sometimes when you click on the country, it doesn't switch the production.
Hungary
Okay.
joined the Axis.
I misspoke. Germany is building their tanks now. They are building their tanks. They
Oh.
are building their medium tank destroyer
Moving.
and medium tanks. I was so confused for a second, and that's just, it was my bad. I'll own up to that. So yeah, they do have quite a few
I
factories
was
on.
really concerned.
Yeah, Italy does have quite a few factories on support equipment. I don't know what they're planning. Hopefully they fix that balance there. But yeah, Germany is getting they are getting tanks in. They're sitting on 54 for medium chassis and 12 for tank destroyers. So they are building it. They're down to 40 for the air. My guess would be UK allies will have the advantage in the air war in terms of what they've got. Yeah, they don't really have too much deployed at the moment. And then in the stockpiles, yeah, the German fighters are not even in their air wings just yet either, too. So they are not training. And then as far as the UK goes, they're lend leasing to someone. Maybe Canada Air Controller. Yes, it looks like a Canada Air Controller. Advantage for the Canada Air Controller is the US can give them lend lease fuel without getting raided. So that's kind of a really big thing. So if for whatever reason the UK loses their navy or they don't get quite the efficiency they want in the Atlantic, yeah. So we have a Canada Air Controller. Are the Axis doing the same too? So sometimes Hungary is the controller. No. Maybe a Bulgaria Air Controller, unlikely, but you never know. Definitely not. So I think Germany is just behind on a few things. Yeah, they don't quite have their air wings just out yet and deployed and trained, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe they'll get enough still. We do have one player lagging behind.
That was me. My bad. My bad.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was Strong Eight.
It was-
And then we had someone else spawn. Strong Eight's probably one of the miners. Let's take a look here. Oh, it's one of the Soviet player. Soviet main, it looks like. Okay. So we're seeing some setup for Poland. We've got the French troops bravely training on the border, doing jumping jacks in front of the Germans. Ooh, Germany just okay. So they're probably not going to go until. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I seen you. You moved it. We've all done that. We've moved the units to the wrong border. As long as you're not at war, you're fine. Okay, I'm still waiting on a PP pick. They may do Danziger War now. They do already have Molotov, which means that they can certainly do that. Yeah. They're really down to the German player and what they want to do next. Something that we could talk about. My game is a little bugged about what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay. So just looking at the research, if you want to click on like Sweden or something and pull up the support companies in the research, I do want to point out something to chat, to both of our chats.
I'm just making sure that I am pressing the wrong button. There we go.
Yeah, just open up Sweden and then
Sweden,
support companies.
yeah. Open the country, yeah.
Okay.
Am I in
support companies are the ones with the little plus by it. Just to make sure that we're on the same page. Yeah, there are sniper companies, there are flamethrower companies, and there are raider companies, and there are also command companies in this. So your sniper companies give you
Roger?
They give you advantages in urban, marsh, and desert tiles, and you get a little bit of like attack entrenchment for that. The flamethrowers help you in urbans, jungles, forts, rivers, and amphibious. Raiders, these ones here give you a little bit more reconnaissance is the main thing for it. And it also increases your HP, and you also get hot and cold climatization. And then the command company, this is a very interesting one. It gives you -1. It's not listed here, but the size of the division, it goes down by 1. So each level there, so you get a command company, you can make a division combat with a -1 here. Oh, sorry, it's on the second one it gives you -1. Next one's -1, so you can actually get -4 combat with the command company. So having more support equipment is actually kind of good. You can make some really good units. It really comes down to like what kind of build you want to do. I'm just kind of waiting for them. Yes, they are doing Danziger War, so we are going to see some thing here. These are the German tank divisions. I don't have any stats for you, but it's looking like we've got a nice solid 42 width with sniper companies, recon, AA. This should be an interesting one. And we also have 2 medium TDs. So strong tanks from the Germans. And their stockpile is looking pretty good. Still without the fighters in the field though. So hopefully there must be some strategy. Maybe they know that they're going to lose a lot of fighters and get ground down, and they just have to flicker it up when they need. They're probably going to have some difficulty in France if they don't get air, or a little bit, like at least they can't, if they can't contest air, I think they're going to struggle a little bit. And they're just a little bit behind on anti-tank. They're probably just trying to sort that out. And it's looking like Italy player is... Oh, do we have... Italy is in the Axis already. So it's my understanding from the rules is they will join day 1. Italy is probably going to make that push. That's probably what the ping was all about. It's like you need to be ready for your push. Okay, so this is Poland. World War II has started.
It's all kicking off.
There it is. Okay, 1 million pop-ups. Holding down enter to get rid of them. Yeah. All right, and we have a pause from, I think, the German player. Okay, and that's France joining. Oh, Italy, what are you doing? Italy has nothing on the French border.
Oh my.
That's interesting. Now, I don't think France has much either. They have a fallback line, but they could push in. Of course, Poland comes in. I maybe I misunderstood those rules, but I am under the impression that Italy has to join because they are in the faction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Greece is still independent. Okay, well, AI player for Greece, I believe. Yeah, so that's AI in Greece. Before the pause, there was a very quick breakthrough in Poland. I think Poland will go down pretty quickly. It's really just going to come down to the air and what goes on for the West. I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence on what I think is going to happen here. Okay, so the French units are not super strong. It's looking like. So we have quite a few copy of division infantries, which is these ones here. They are quite solid. They are solid org walls. Pretty low heart attack, but we have high HP, high org infantry.
I'm currently not seeing the troops. If I pressed the wrong button.
Maybe. So,
Maybe.
What country are you selected?
Well, Italy.
Italy, and you cannot see the Italian troops.
No.
There is a thing to toggle. I might have. You know what? That might be a Google, because there is a key to potentially doing that. Hold on. I'm hoping it's not the bug that you have. Yeah, try alt tabbing a couple times. Just try to alt tab back and forth. And then try M. When you get in, just the key M.
Give
That
that
doesn't
a
work?
go.
Okay, so I'll just keep commentating. Poland is falling pretty quickly here. There's a little squish in the north. The Italian AI is going down. They are pinging Africa by the French. The French are pinging Africa. From the German perspective, Warsaw is about to be surrounded and cut off. There is Warsaw cut. Current
I
casualties,
see that.
20,000 to 250,000. Very quick Poland.
Wow.
It's kind of what expected with when you get good players in MP sessions. Poland goes down very quickly like that. They instantly give the Soviets their territory too. Some people like to sit on that event for a few days because they know that they can keep those factories.
Well, you make sure I haven't accidentally become a country.
Yeah, exactly. Did you get the units? Are they back for you?
No, I can't see any units anywhere.
Try M.
So-
Did you try M?
M? Yeah, I tried M.
Capital M. Yeah, that might be a Google. Unfortunately, there is a bug sometimes that happens where you can't see it, but you might have to leave and rejoin. But yeah, sometimes M is to see enemies. So try switching between a couple countries. Maybe something happened. Okay, yeah. So
maybe.
I'll explain this to my chat here. So, like I said, Macedonia went to Bulgaria.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
So yeah, that is the Benelux. So they are moving into the Netherlands. Okay. Yeah, and so air zone is probably what we need to be watching. Yeah, the air goes up from the Allied side. 600 fighters in. Netherlands caps immediately.
Oh, yeah. These are dark times.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the Germans have hit that org wall. France holding a little bit here. They still need to set up, still need to get the territory, but we have a fully entrenched France line along the forest. This is the forest line that you want to hold in MP. No forts on the French line, so not too sure how that'll go. But if they do keep the air war, they have 2,000 fighters up. Pretty okay number for early. They definitely could move their Benelux ones down. But yeah. Let's take back to the German perspective. They are just bouncing against that org wall, but they then again they are just kind of pushing with infantry. We've got a lot of things from the German side. Okay, so German players are probably getting into position, getting supply, getting their planning, and oops, it does look like they're not even contesting the air. So I think the hope is that they can just do enough damage that it'll just not be an issue for them. And red bubbles. I'm opening up the battle screen here. So we got some pretty decent attack from the Germans. Of course, the French defense is quite high, but it does look like they are grinding the French down. I think Germany will eventually break this. Here we go. Yes, okay. And France is breaking. There's a no-tank France build, which is very interesting. I think France is much stronger in this mod if they do build tanks. I think eventually Germany will be able to push this. They can just keep these battles going while they get their ore grid ready. They will break this, but I think... Oh, no, don't let them trench. Don't let them reorg. Okay. Okay, it did look like Picardy was actually going to go down, but they have having 10 units on one. I don't know if that's the play now. We'll see. They just need to break a couple tiles. The French units are auto shuffling essentially. So this tile here in Champagne is actually getting a lot weaker. When they move off, they lose their entrenchment, and a big part of the French defense is the defense. Ooh, did I see British Raj General? That must be a bug on my part. How's that possible? What's going on?
A bit of a bug.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there, but yeah, a big part of French's plan here, France's plan, is the defense, the entrenchment. So entrenchment scales your attack and defense. So the higher you can get that, the better. And clicking over to France, let's see what kind of build they have. They do have static warfare, relief command. They did do. They haven't done any of their doctrines. Like I said, they didn't actually do armor reform, so they can't actually. I mean, they have victory of the Great War, so they can't actually get super great stats. But from the air war, very good exchange, or not exchanges, but they have complete green air for France. So yeah. The Axis is pinging that one tile. I think they do see that as the potential weak spot. They do shuffle. When they shuffle, France will shuffle. So it looks like they are going to try for this other one here in Picardy. Let's open up this battle again. Very good breakthrough, but not so much on the attack. Of course, that is the force tile, so you are getting some negative modifiers, and you are getting negative from low supply. Hopefully Germany, let's take a look. They are not quite upgrading their supply situation in the north, so yeah. So it looks like some of the Axis members are coming around, and there is some more tank reinforcements.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that, chat. God, I wasn't muted for a second. Okay. This is a very common situation for this mod. In fact,
seaplanes going down.
yeah, so there will be. They're not going to be exchanging, but the Allies withdrew there. Oh no, so they're fighting in the Benelux. Whoa, very Allied favorable exchanges. The Axis cannot do this. That's insane. They Germany will not have many planes soon if they keep this up. They do have the ciphers, but like I said, they didn't have enough factories on planes earlier. Like 2 to 60. This is insane. Of course, they are just bouncing against France. This is not looking very good for the Axis right now.
German interest in Scandinavia.
Yeah, so that's going to give them Denmark and Norway goals. That last focus that they did, and then they can use them at any time. But yeah, a little bit of shuffling from the French players, but we're still looking at the Benelux. They are still exchanging there. Very. Sorry, am I? It's the it's the Canadians that are. It's very difficult here. Hold on. No, I have that around. I have that the wrong way around. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, just wanted to double check here that it wasn't saying the wrong thing. Yeah, so Germany is losing a lot of planes to the Canadian air controller over the Benelux. That's not good for them. They're losing a lot of IC right now, like a lot of production. Yeah, and as France gets, longer this goes on, France gets out more units. They'll be able to stack more on the border. This might be a France hold.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I hate to be cheap. Cass is king.
What's that? You said Cass is king?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're not even getting cast damage. They're not even getting cast support. They just have enemy fighters up over France. So, I mean, that bonus isn't super great for them. All the exchanges are happening right now over the Benelux, and they are favoring the allies immensely. Like 30 to 1, 60 to 1. Honestly, the Axis really needs to just put it down at this point. They do not have the air for this. You're in a really tricky situation because you do have to cap France to get the factories for Barb. So, I really like France in this mod because France is very strong in this mod.
Yeah.
But it makes for this kind of gameplay.
Definitely.
And you know, yeah, so we're opening up the bubbles again, crossing some river here and into forest. Not super great. This forest line is very strong, and the infantry org wall is holding. It's quite good. And considering that the France hasn't even done army reform, this is it's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so the Axis have put down their air. Yep. Okay, they noticed it, and they're just countering their bombing. Yeah, and so they are getting logi-striked a little bit in Belgium, but yeah, this is kind of it. So essentially, if France continues to hold, Italy will have to join the war, which they are not in just yet. They will have to join the war at some point here. So it might be a decision: are they going to try to keep Africa? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Oh, we are seeing some red bull. Yeah, they are pushing. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong countries, but they are taking a tile. If they can get this forward tile, they will be able to push down to Reims. They need to make sure that it doesn't get reinforced. The German player, that is. The Axis side with Bulgaria's help. Oh, and the battle stopped. They need to restart it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they need to keep them pinned. Like, even if they're just making sure that they're not reorging, they're not getting their entrenchment back up for anything that shuffled in. Okay, we got quite high attack. They're not reinforcing quick enough. This is interesting. So tanks are getting bounced out, and then they're not reinforcing with the trait, with the other things.
Oh!
They did research radio. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we do have a breakthrough here.
Oh, yeah, we
Perfect.
do have a breakthrough.
They need to spread out. There we go. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there they go. And they got reams. So now they are behind this tile. And then this area is much lower supply. So France needs to pull out. And then it's very much plains tiles in the south here. So if they can get across this river, essentially all of the Maginot is threatened. Here we go. Yes, there we go. Okay, France is panicking now. We have the breakthrough that the Axis needed. France has held out for a long time. Let's take a look. Declaration on Belgium happened on October 39. It is currently March 40. So this is a pretty impressive hold from France. Probably going to see maybe a April or May cap. We'll see how they go. So France has pulled off the Maginot. German units are walking in. That is the Maginot down.
Ooh.
Where are the French going? Okay, so the French have another fallback line, but when you're sitting on plains tiles, this is not good. These forest is a much better position to be in. Yeah, and it looks like even with a complete red air and cast, the Allies have cast. France has cast now. They are still losing this. So cast is king if you get enough of it.
Yeah,
if they have more tanks than you have cast, then it is. The people don't know, but that slogan was a little bit longer, right? Cast is king, unless that they have tanks.
Unless you don't have enough, then then it ain't king.
There we go, and we may see Paris being taken here. Paris might not be enough to cap them just yet, but Dieppe and Le Havre, and then with the Maginot already, will probably be enough at that point.
Yeah.
But France will be capping very soon here. And they are holding Paris. Urban tile is easier to hold, but of course, plains all around us. The Axis will work their way in and get a lot of these tiles here. You let me know if we see any squishes, because I always love the squishes.
I do love the squishes.
Are we going to see a May hold? A May 1940 hold from France. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the force line is completely down now with that last tile being en main. And yep. I think with once the German supply is sorted out here, yeah, they're starting to fix it. It's just going to be GG. And then after this, Italy will probably join for Africa, I think. But yeah, like you see where around Paris, where Germany is struggling with supply a little bit there.
Yeah,
that's a bit of an issue. They need to pull some of their tanks up, maybe near Calais, or move some of that infantry out, and then try to push for en main, and then Dieppe would be another way to go, because these
Dieppe.
Yeah, because on the border there they have ports, and the ports count as supply hubs, and then that's how you a good way to get some extra supply in. Let's take a look at the air map mode again. Yeah, complete Allied dominance of the air, but big push. You're right. I think they're gonna get it.
I think they're gonna get Dieppe.
Oh, a little bit of reinforcing. I don't think there's a single tank in that battle. It's all infantry. Yeah. Okay, they are France is reinforcing that. They are. Oh, are they gonna push them back? There's not much you can do. You've been overstacking. They haven't had much supply on that area, so it's not. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, this is probably it here. A very valiant effort by the Allies and the France player. They
pushed back.
Yeah, there's Denmark. So the it looks like Romania is doing Denmark for the
Denmark's
Axis.
joined the Allies, yeah.
Yeah. It looks like there's some freight convoys being raided, but that is being done by the Dutch. They still have yet to take the tile, and they're being pushed back a little bit. Oh,
Yeah,
Germany. Yeah. Oh, and they got the tile. If they can hold it, they will get supply in the north here by Dieppe.
Yeah.
And this will be their angle for.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right, so that should be Denmark capped. Hold it. Yeah. Yeah, and see how Dieppe is going down a lot quicker. It's a plains tile.
Yeah.
They're getting supply now. Yeah, there you go. All green bubbles for the Axis now.
Neutrality did not save Denmark.
It didn't. It didn't save Denmark. It didn't save Belgium. It didn't save the Netherlands. Okay, and we have a pause right now. I think that was just from player lag.
Yeah. It's already a play again. I think it must have been just a slight lag there.
Yeah. So shocking. Yeah, so just overstacking, and then this line needs to be converted. It's just going to take a little bit. There it is. So now the Germans, or the Axis has supply in the north. Some of these battles will start to change. The United States is allowed to join the Allies, but they cannot send any Lend-Lease that is not fuel until France falls.
Oh.
So, which is going to happen in a second. Yeah, it looks like Germany the Axis do have this.
Yeah.
18 infantry on Paris. They're going to need to surround that. And that is, yeah, they're pulling out. You can see the French pulling out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dieppe
is holding, and it's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
So they'll probably have Le Havre here, and then it is the game is going to be for Paris. So they can circle it. Just gonna check. UK is supporting Canada. It's fine. I'm gonna double check Canada while we're paused here. Just want to see who's lend-leasing who. Giving access to production. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So we're just still paused here for a second. Probably some chatting happening. Someone's done something. I don't know, chat. I actually don't know what's going on.
I do have a question. How do I turn off the pop-up again?
Which pop-up? Oh, sorry, yeah, events. So under decisions, so under the PP, the hammer there, go scroll to the very top. And then you have events and then event pop-up. See it there? So that's just going to be like the news articles. And that.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep the news, but I don't. Yeah, every event. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we got a second to look at casualties. Wow. Okay. British Raj. Interesting. I've got a bug. I've got a bug where I'm seeing British Raj troops, but I zoom in and it's French, and then I'm seeing casualties, British Raj. So I don't know what's up with that. If someone, 15 minutes in the past or the future, could tell me in chat, I would love to know. I've never seen this one. Yeah, so the numbers are all just very strange for me. France has done 200,000 to the German Reich. Unless those aren't, they can't be plane casualties. Of course not. No. 4K from Canada though. Canada has shot down 4K manpower, and that is all going to be from the planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canadian Air Force.
Yeah. So another thing I could show you is if you look at the top right, like are you on Germany? So switch to Germany if you're not.
Yep.
I'll show you something real quick. So by the German theater, there's a little logbook. If you click that, it'll show you previous battles and manpower lost.
Oh, with the pet logbook?
Yeah, logbook, yeah. Right next to the word German Theater 1. I'm sure you've seen this before. I just wanted to make sure that
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm getting it. I sent you a message. It's that little icon there. You on the theater? We're paused here for a second, so we've got some time to do this. Oh, little logbook. Okay. Is it the bottom right?
Nope, top right. Sent you another screenshot. The zoomed out version. You'll be kicking yourself when you see this. A little bit better situation for them. I mean, it's not quite perfect, but ooh, and that is a huge stack. 23 infantry on one tile.
I'm back.
All right. Yeah, they are struggling a little bit to get over that river. Of course, we're paused again.
Yep.
Yeah. Everyone is pinging the massive stack. It would be a juicy little encirclement for them. Oh, did it? Hopefully they didn't delete
pause
them.
At the moment.
I think. Oh well, I don't know if that's technically. Is that an issue? It's either leg or France deleted some units on the front line, and I think. Hopefully that's not a problem.
Do we need to
Just
flag that?
Just gonna double check. About to be circled or being attacked, convert rating. I think that was an issue there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they did delete about 20 units. Yeah.
With the
let me see here.
The refs.
Hello, refs.
Good evening, Pigeon.
Hey, I think I did see France delete about 20 units that were being attacked. They weren't encircled, but on the front line just by Le Havre.
They're not France. There might be Rajas who get given back.
So Raj is in France?
No. France expeditioned all his units to No,
Raj.
France expeditioned all of them to Raj. Since
Okay.
Raj has a full doctrine, and, well, he also has generals. Why the fuck not?
Oh, okay.
Although, we are rule lawyering this because it's too powerful, obviously, as you
Yeah.
see. And, yeah, because the rule said France has to fight the best of their ability.
Right.
It's still France fighting. He's doing it even better than his ability, but it's not France, really, is it? I mean,
No, yeah, that's a good point. Okay,
and it's
well,
also mass mob doctrine. Think about that. It's a bit too powerful.
mass mob on France, and of course, like if you've got full doctrine
Yeah.
already, then yeah. Okay, well, yeah, just keep me in the loop. That does explain some stuff because I was like, I was seeing Raj generals but obviously French units. And I'm like, but they're not there, right? So, okay, all right, thanks.
Yeah, no, just a violation. And if you see it happening again, let us know.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because yeah. All right.
Can I unpause
Appreciate
Mox?
it. Yeah, you can.
All right, Wolf. So yeah, it was a deletion. They did recognize that. So the reason why the Raj has or had units in the battle was they France expeditionaried all their forces to the Raj, and then used their doctrines and their generals. That's why we were seeing the crazy stats. It was because of Raj. So they made France switch back. So that's what's happened. Hopefully you heard that. If you're mute or if you're talking, I can't hear you. You might be muted. Yeah, I cannot hear you. I don't know why. Hello?
Hello.
There we go. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but you were muted for me for some reason.
Yeah, I was,
Did
I was
you-
muted because I took the opportunity for a quick intermission.
Oh, I see. Okay. Did you catch what I said there?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed whatever you
So
said.
apparently what happened was France had expeditionary all of their forces to the Raj, which explains why the Raj has had generals. By when I zoomed out,
Yeah.
it was a Raj. But yeah. All right, this is Paris is about to be encircled here.
Elborg is getting squished.
Yeah. And we were taking. I was going to take a look at the German doctrine, which is click. Yes, essentially full right mass mob already.
Fall of Paris.
There's the
It's fallen.
fall of. All right, and then of course I've got all the events going again because I had to rejoin.
Oh yeah, gotta turn them off.
All right, Vichy has been established, but for some reason French state still has their territory. There's a little scuffed, but they might have to just transfer territory. Usually, all of this should be encircled right now, or maybe they need to go forward today. I don't know. Well, it's been an interesting one.
Definitely.
Yeah, Manchuria spamming Germany to get an attaché, but they of course are very busy. It's too funny. All right, there it is. Okay.
Oh.
All right, and all is wrong in the world.
All is wrong in the world.
Yeah.
You caught yourself there.
Okay.
These
Well,
are dark times.
yeah. Germany now has access to a land route for their tungsten, so they'll be able to sort out their stuff. It looks like they're probably going to move on Greece when Italy joins the war. But we will then be looking at Africa, which interesting. So only a couple South African tanks. The British are lined up. Raj is lined up for Ethiopia. Just going to take over to Raj. They do have their units on the border just in case they attack. Oh, they are. The Raj is very much expecting a Japan push. Interesting. But the Allies do have air domination. So I just want to take over to Canada to see what they have in the field. How we look at. Yeah, we're looking at 50 deployed. 5,000, 6,000. Decent number. They did win all of the exchanges they had with Germany, essentially. Like, so many of the exchanges, like, there was a lot of fighting going on in the air. So the Germans deployed right now, yeah, it is not looking good at all. They have less than 200 fighters. Not good. Yeah. Yeah, why does the show? Okay, so chat's finally catching up on what was going on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they are calling it was expeditionaries.
Yeah.
I my brain didn't even consider that. Just because like it was just like why were they doing this? Like, yeah, that's probably, yeah, exactly. But it's France. It is. What's going on? Yeah, they are. I'm sure the refs have sorted it out. They had to rule lawyer that a little bit, but looks like Greece is going down. They are not pushing yet in Africa. But is this Greek? Yeah, so the Greeks are in the Allies now. Now, did they put up air for them to give them? Yeah, so Canada has yet to put up air for Greece to give them. Yeah, that is how it is. Yeah, just to clarify, they would use Raj doctrines and Raj equipment. So they would be able to use their generals, their doctrines, but they would have the French unit. So whatever the French built would have it. So it's a bit cheesy. It's a bit cheesy. Yeah. All right. Greece is going down a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
It's to be expected. And they are pushing a little bit in Africa. They're probably just going to go up to
Empire of Thailand. Oh wow, it's all changing.
Yeah. She's taking a look. It looks like Norway is going down too. We've got multiple fronts going right now. Italy has pushed up to see what's going on. There is Norway. Now, usually Romania does that. Yeah, so it looks like Romania is doing Norway for Germany, and then they've got a couple tanks waiting in the port for when they land. Italians are about to push to the last little spot here in Greece.
Yep.
This delayed chat is
Oh, it's definitely very interesting to say the least. I think mine are used to spamming sound alerts and
yeah. All right.
I suppose
What's that?
I suppose we haven't really spoke about ourselves too much.
No, that's okay though. People are here for the game.
Yeah.
They're not here for us.
Yeah, I know.
Right? If they're here for us, then they will follow and like and subscribe. And oh my god, the Norwegian AI encircled a couple units. Okay, well, I mean, Norway got another. Romania got another port, but that is fine. Greece is cast.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was something there for a second. I don't know how good the tanks are really in the mountains. Norway doesn't. The Norwegian AI doesn't particularly put up a big fight here. And then let's take a look down at Africa. I'm seeing some German tanks, but they're really hurting for supply. That's probably what they're waiting on right now. Germany doesn't want to push yet, but yeah. So it's another big problem with the mountains with Norway is obviously low supply, but you're attacking into mountains, which gives you very high attrition. So you can lose a lot of tanks here. So it's not Norway, but Germany. Actually, Norway would be a good one to watch. Enemy? No, nothing yet. Okay. 1 month. I just want to see attrition losses. It's pretty high, yeah. So they've only lost two. Germany's only lost 2 mediums in combat, but they've lost 92 by attrition, and that's because of the mountains. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But what can you do? Yeah, so they know they are not getting air in Egypt. That is just not happening. And Italy is getting... What are they doing here? Yeah, they just have fighters up. but they're not contesting it. Not much in terms of fighters from the allies up yet. They're probably just waiting. Where are all the Canadian fighters? All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so 100 from Cyprus. They're I see what they're doing. They're they're not logic striking. They're force striking the Italian Navy.
Ah.
Yeah. So Italy lost a battleship and 2 heavy cruisers.
Wow.
Yeah. That's not great for Italy.
Oh, hi there.
Hello.
Hello
How's it
there.
going?
How's it going so far?
Very good.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Very good. Why are you on intermission? Is there something like?
Yeah, I can explain. You'll see it in stream for a little in probably a minute or two. But France had sent all of their army expeditionaries to as expeditionaries to the Raj, and then they were using Raj doctrine and Raj generals, and then Raj was just microing for France.
Oh yeah, that's a rule break.
Yeah,
So
and then they also deleted some units. So
using an older save game to counter this issue or what they're doing. I don't know.
yeah, the refs have sorted it out. So we're just moving on from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just in the middle of the battle for Africa. It looks like the Axis are pushing into Africa. They're about to take Al Alamein.
Yeah.
The Italian Navy though is taking some damage though.
Yeah.
They lost a battleship and a couple cruisers just from bombing.
I mean,
So-
the thing is, if they take El Alamein and can have like Alexandria and stuff like this,
Yeah.
they're pretty dicey for the allies.
Yeah, if the Italians can secure the Med, that is just going to be something very good for them. So it was tough going for the Axis in France. They did lose a lot of equipment, a lot of manpower, and it was slow. So
I
it
hope
took.
I'm not
Yeah,
in
France
your
held
live
a
stream
long
right
time.
now, to be honest. Are you paused on your live stream?
No,
or-
we're live. We're live. You're talking.
We're live. Yeah.
You're on air, bud.
I hope no one
Yeah.
sees me.
Well,
no.
no,
You're fine.
We don't have the cameras on. Yeah,
Well, you have what I see. Pigeon is only the picture.
Yeah, it's that you're looking at the past, bud. You gotta look to the future.
Yeah. Look to the future. It's so confusing.
Yeah, like at the start of the stream, somewhere around at the start, I don't know anymore. Your stream, you were muted on your own stream. But not on
Yeah, I heard about that, and then it took a long while for it to become 15 minutes in advance. Because as soon as I saw the message, I fixed it, and then
Yeah, I think
it was long
Lou or
15
Pagepod,
minutes.
I don't know. Messaged you on Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, if everything is going Gucci so far, then have a good rest of the stream. So
Thank you
Yeah.
for
See you
checking in,
around.
Tad.
Yes, thank you, bud.
bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah, you have to. You can read the messages in the casted channel later.
Okay.
All right, see you around.
Bye. Choose.
Bye. So it looks like they are holding Al Alamein. It did look like for a moment there they might get it. I don't know if they can knock this heavy tank off. There's still a chance.
Mhm.
Oh, come on. Nah, yeah, they're really hurting for supply a little bit here.
They're holding strong.
The Germans are experiencing negative 60% breakthrough. That's going to be pretty rough. They're going to be taking some losses here. Yeah. Yeah, they're probably screaming, I need supply! You're taking all my supply, move off the tile! And then he's going to take the tile, or they're going to take the tile, and it's going to be like, where's my infantry support?
Yeah.
This is another thing. So they're only attacking a couple at a time. So if they're only attacking a couple at a time, maybe they shouldn't have the stack so big. Split the stack in half or something. I maybe I've just got a pity. I'm just sitting here not playing, not doing anything. So You know, I can talk all I want. Yeah. Okay, and Italian East Africa is not in it. They the Allies should have the ability to justify and go instantly into East Africa. So I don't know why they're not. But yeah. So Japan is at war with the United States and the Allies.
Okay.
It looks like the Raj is holding at the river near Rangoon. We missed a whole lot actually that happened during the other build. Yeah, so here it is. Demands Indochina, declares war on October 40th. So it's a few months behind. Tested before saying stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, it looks like Japan is pushing. Let's go back to
Mhm.
Al Alamein. Oops, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to ping there. All right, yeah. So, all right. Well, they don't have Crete, and ooh dear, the Allies can push the Germans right off instantly. Yeah, they're experiencing some supply problems here in Africa.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's take a look at the United States. See how the war is going there. They haven't really lost all of the Philippines or anything. But they have nothing there, so... It's really just a matter of walking for Japan. Don't know if they know that. Singapore is holding.
Oh, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, yes, it should have been taken. Yep. Yeah, it looks like they are trying to push into the Raj, but a little bit slower. They have a lot more units from the Raj perspective, and of course they are going into Ethiopia now. And the Italian strat is to hold the capital. Oh, the Allies are pushing in Africa. Here we go. Yeah, just very low supply for the Germans. This is going to be bad. This could be very bad. So full air and cast support from
Wow.
the Allies. They are pushing out the German tanks, which are just experiencing so much attrition right now in the desert.
Oh, they're all making.
They are just grabbing them ports along the coast there. Of course, they're stopping because of the air zone. They need infantry backup. You're going a little bit too far there, Australia. Ooh. Okay, so here comes the South African tanks. And they are not taking the capital, of course. Yes. Okay. And are the German tanks staying? 7-2, yeah. They need to sort their supply situation, which they are not doing. They're also probably getting quite a bit raided. Oh my god, I just looked at Italy's port garrisons. They are expecting something. Okay, and of course the Italian fleet is taking some damage. They are in a death stack too, so they're not actually helping their... If the Allies are convoy raiding this... I gotta... Yeah, okay, so it's just they gotta not quite do anything in the central med, but we do have... Where are you? Ooh, don't be doing anything. Alright, so they're fighting here. Yeah, they are taking out some of their convoys and that, so Italy is losing supply. Oh, and a big battle.
Oh.
No, Italy just got some subs, that's all. Or oh, and yeah, the UK fleet. Are they going to get in? Are they going to get in? No, they're going away. Okay, okay.
A lot of naval battles going on.
Yeah, just saying that to chat. Not holding down the mic, but had Italy got into that, or not Italy, the UK got into that, it would have been a really big battle there.
Yeah.
They decided not to, probably to keep their advantage. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're pinging it. They're pinging it, so they know what's up. Oh man, Africa's not looking too hot for the Axis here.
No.
They're in a very dangerous position.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And leaving from Tobruk 2 is going to open them up to more Allied convoy raiding. I'm not seeing, did the German tanks move out? I think they evacuated. Yeah, we watched them go. Yeah, so it looks like they are going to lose Africa. And so where are these German tanks? Did they get caught? Freight. Okay. So I think the Germans got out with their skin, unless they got encircled and we missed it. I do apologize if that's what happened. Yeah, the Italians are leaving now. So they're good in this zone. Or no, they're not good in this zone because they're now getting raided in this zone.
Yeah.
In the central mid.
We're getting squished.
Oh, there's troop convoys. Italians are being caught. There's the German tanks. They got out. They're in Greece now. Okay, more Italian troops being caught. Lots of Italian troops being caught right now. So we've got 93 casualties, 93k casualties from the Italians. That number will probably go up here in a second. Yeah. So Italy's completely abandoned Africa.
Wow.
All right, well, that's Africa down. Let's take a look at Asia. Asia's kind of holding where it was. Yeah, so it looks like they'll probably just clean up Africa there. So we are seeing a lot of convoy raiding. What is going on? Who is doing what to whom? US subs in the South China Sea. And they are doing damage. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, Japan does have to sort this. They are taking a lot of casualties. They're even getting raided by the Netherlands, like really far up. I love to see when the AI does. Oh, we have a desync.
Oh, I've got a desync.
That's from Max. I'll probably have to resync for Max.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, I love it.
Could you get to a nation before you get kicked by the game? Because we are having a resync. Just to be sure, you know?
Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry, what was that?
Make sure you're on a nation. OBS has been a little finicky today with all the different things that we've been playing with. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, just got a few captures. All right, so we're where were we? Italy's been getting a lot of convoy raids.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Got it back. It's taken over the whole screen.
Yeah, the Italian fleet is almost dead here. The death stack did not help them. Let's take a look at the Japanese Navy. Okay, yeah, the Japanese Navy is in a much better position. They are trying to counter their convoys being raided. Yep, they are starting to take out some of them. But yeah, it is not super favorable exchanges for Japan. Yep. Yeah. I'm loving the Italian defense though. Division.
Was that sarcasm?
Yeah, well, like, it's just the amount that they have on the front. So the Peloponnese, the southern bit of Greece, isn't looking too great for supply. And did they connect this area here? They did not. So it looks like Sicily might lose a little bit of supply once the Allies press their advantage. Yeah. Okay, well, game's unpaused again. Let's take a look at Japan. Probably where the action is happening right now. Not pushing well into Singapore. 31 stack for the Raj, and they are trying to take it. I mean, the stats aren't super high, but we are pushing into a mountain tile, of course. A mountain tile with state of British Burma. There's no modifiers there. Okay. That's just economic stuff. And it looks like we got a little bit of a landing in Malaysia on Borneo. Should say the British Malaya. Keep mixing up these country names. No fuel from Japan though. That's not going to be super great.
No.
Yeah, their navy consumes a lot. And it is operating in their fleet area to give the support here. Freight convoys. Freight convoys. Just a lot of supply from Japan. Okay, preparing for Soviet war. All right, well,
oh, I've got three. Three.
Yeah, three big battles.
Two
Yeah.
of me. I just realized it was two of me.
I'm just looking here. So there's not a whole lot of supply. Yeah, it looks like Japan is going to try to be pulling their Marines out. And don't know how much the US is going to let them do that there. They have no equipment, no supply. Oh, and that's it. That's some Japanese Marines encircled. Will they get there first? They are retreating 6 days, and then we got... It's not telling me. Oh! I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this, though. Let's see. Alright, they're kicking them out again. 7 days, though. Okay. Yeah. I think the retreating units will get in first. They're just kicking them out. If they just keep recycling these battles. No. Oh, no org. No org. Yeah, the US has no supply either. They're struggling up here. These are very weak units, so I don't know. Raj Front is stable. Yeah, there you go. That's it. And they got out. And those are probably some transport convoys that got tagged, but... Oh, they didn't. They died, did they? I'm not seeing them. I didn't see any helmets, but, you know. Well, I think Japan is kind of stopped.
Yeah.
I don't see them going much further than this. The Raj player looking very strong. A lot of units. They're holding Singapore. They're keeping all of their rubber. Allies. Okay. So one thing I wanted to check was the casualties from Italy. So in that crossing, they lost about 120k because we were looking at 93,000. And they're now sitting at 216. Japan's got a few casualties, not as high as the German Raj. The German Raj, the German Reich. It's been a long day. Okay, so the Allies are focusing on Japan. I think some Mexican casualties from Japan. So that's interesting. What is Mexico up to in this game? We're seeing quite a few infantry. They have a few ships and obviously nothing in terms of this. Yeah, so the Mexico is obviously holding Singapore. So that's kind of their job. And that's nice. It's given all the allies are here. Oh my god. This is probably like the most Asia like focused allies I've ever seen. Yeah, okay. Even Australia's holding their ports, everything, yeah. Yeah, and the US is coming back to the Philippines. Okay, it's almost looking like a Asia first policy for the allies. So yeah, so it's not a whole lot in this, just sort of like your sea lion defense for that. They're not taking the tiles inside, but they're holding the coast. They're also holding Crete. So Germany's probably prepping right now for Barbarossa. They have nothing selected, but Operation Barbarossa. So it literally could happen at any time. If they declare before August 1st, they get some bonuses. Or sorry, they can only declare before August 1st. Otherwise, the focus doesn't work.
Oh, I see.
So yeah. Well, let's just keep watching Asia until that kicks off. We are seeing the strong Japanese Navy struggle for fuel.
Oh my.
I mean, I suppose that's a tale as old as time. Yeah, they have no fuel, and then Manchuria has a little bit, but you have no one to trade with, right? So
Yeah.
it's Japan's big struggle. So can they get fuel? Can they get enough in time? I don't know. And South China Sea is just hunking down their convoys. A 10 on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly free. I mean, at this point, is the Philippines even worth it?
Wow.
I don't know, Japan, right? Like, they're losing a lot of convoys. Yeah. Oh, what's this here? Task force. Yeah, it's just subs catching convoys and no destroyers to help them. I mean, Japan can't really do too much. They don't even have the fuel really to get it out. Get them out, and they are struggling to push this one tile in Raj. And Raj is countering. And it looks like they will be taking... They are doing a little push along the north end of this front. Okay, and that is just outside of the air zone, which the Allies obviously dominate. Yes. It's right where they pinged there, the Japanese guy. Wow. Okay, so they're holding that one, but this is a bit of a struggle. Oh, and that's Barb. Okay.
Oh,
Let's go watch the fun front. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like they are pushing up. Soviets are likely holding the river. Yes, this is a pretty good river defense. Okay, and I didn't want to look at it too much, but we're looking at 500 divisions from the Soviets. Which ones are their tanks? 82 tanks. 82 tanks. Wow. Okay. And they're all stacked on one general, but let's take a look at their stats. So obviously we don't have the equipment stats for them, but they are a 22 with combat. So did they go? What doctrine did they go? So they went Grand Battle Plan halfway. Am I looking at this correctly? Oh, they're tank destroyers. Tank destroyers. Mostly tank destroyers. All tank destroyers at mech. And it's a 42 with. I don't know why that wasn't updated, but there, that's better. Yeah, so the heavy tank destroyers are one of the, like, going TDs in this mod. They don't have the same negative modifiers for breakthrough, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so your TDs have, like, in vanilla are considerably worse than like your standard, but they're a bit cheaper, and you can also get like higher piercing. You can put the bigger guns on. I don't know if they went. I mean, there is sort of a cheesy strat. They didn't do it, but if you go super heavies, you can get a really crazy gun.
Wow.
I've never seen anyone do it in a multiplayer game, but you never know. All right, so yeah, they're slowly walking up.
Yeah.
Let's look at the not Poland, but Germany.
Oh,
38 medium
closer to
tanks.
Minsk.
Yeah. I don't want to be that guy, but the Soviet defense is looking very strong. I would be surprised if the Germans passed the river here. Yeah, every tile, 2 tanks on every tile. Backup tanks holding the marshes. Kiev. So yeah, so the Kiev, Minsk is going to be taken. Like they're just holding this line here. So, yeah. Good solid defense from the Soviets. I think they must have a good Soviet player, and that's why they were like the Allies are focusing so hard on Asia right now. It's because like they know that the Soviets don't need the D-Day.
Yeah.
I bet you this front there, because there's going to be some bouncing, and then that's going to be about it, and then and then it's just going to be whatever the Soviets decide the game is over. No, we never know. It could be up in the air. This is where you want to be in VC, like in voice chat, just to hear what the Axis are saying right now.
Oh yeah. And
encountering this, and the fact that we didn't look at this at all must be a big surprise.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Getting closer to Kyiv.
Yeah, so they will need to. It does it have a fort? Small fort, not too bad. Level 2. Usually they build up the forts a bit, and you have to do that. Is this a no air Soviets? No, they've got a few wings. So 6. Where are they? Oh, these are just recons. Yeah, there's not looking like much. 900 fighters not deployed. Probably waiting for the counter push, and they'll put those up. But
yeah,
or a Lend-Lease. What are they? Small improved frames. Yeah. Were they building? I don't know when they were building those. All right. Oh, so we've seen a quick push by Vitebsk. Axis are pushing in, but not great for supply. They may want to grab the supply hub around this first. Yeah. Yeah, so they need Vitebsk right here before they can do anything. In fact, they shouldn't have tanks on this tile this close. A bit of a danger situation. Okay. Soviets didn't even push into Finland. There was no Winter War.
Wow.
Interesting. They're not holding that. They're just holding the lines here, and they have tanks on the Finland front. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is a pretty... I mean, Finland can't really muster too much. I'm not that surprised. So I think Germany's just looking to fix their supply, probably get their air zones up. So they're pretty good for green air. They're getting bombed. Something.
Who's getting bombed?
Germany is. Yeah, they are getting bombed in their mainland. Oh yeah, very heavily. Industry,
Oh.
airports, refineries. Yeah. And they're not flicker bombing. They're just sitting there knowing that they can hold supremacy over them.
Yeah. There is air supremacy, that's for sure.
Yep. They are not. I mean, they are building some supply hubs and a few rail lines, but not really much. So I don't know. I mean, they really need to be upgrading the rail lines here. So like Minsk and that, they need to get a lot of firepower in one area. It doesn't look like the Soviets are really reacting that much. It looks like
Finland.
joined the Axis? Okay,
Yeah.
so they're allowed to join
Yeah.
the Axis in this? Interesting.
Oh.
I guess Winter War, you know, so... Or Second Winter War, Continuation War, that's it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's look back at Asia. Oh, Japan is getting raided. Japan is getting raided near their mainland. Okay. I'm hearing some buzz-ins. They're losing enemy air supremacy, naval combat in coastal Japan. Yeah, they are losing a lot. Losing their convoys. And there's Iraq. Iraq for the Allies. That'll likely go down very quickly. Yeah, they have full supremacy. The Allies can land on Japan right now. They've retaken the Philippines. They just they have the supremacy. Yeah, Japan cannot hold them back. They're saving their fuel just in case, but yeah, their main fleet is doing nothing, just sitting in port, probably repairing. Okay. And how's the UK going here? They're walking into Iraq, who has 2 divisions. Yeah, usually that goes pretty quickly. Like whoever gets North Africa gets Iraq. Yeah, they see it. They see they're getting raided. And is this a push by Leningrad? Okay, so the Soviets are pushing Finland.
Oh, let's head
Oh,
on
they
over
were?
then.
Maybe
What?
they were. I don't know. All right, Finland's running up to grab the victory points on the north. Don't know if it's going to help them that much. The good Soviet build, I think. Especially in comparison to, you know, where Germany stands now. I mean, like they've got a lower factory count, but when Germany's getting this bombed, don't know if it matters that much.
I have that weird glitch where I can't see the troops again.
Oh, M, remember?
Um,
M, and then try to switch between countries. And tabs, yeah. Okay, so I was hoping that there'd be a bit of a push there. I think we're just kind of waiting for... Oh, peace conference
oh,
from
okay.
Iraq. Germany probably had the option to invite Iraq to the faction.
Oh, right.
Surprised they didn't. Maybe they just didn't notice it, or maybe it didn't pop up. This is more common for peace treaties. There we go. Okay.
Taking a bit longer, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Republic's annex. Equipment has been seized. Ooh.
All right, so we got quite a few in Philippines
let's-
here. I'm not seeing any
Try and
special
change
orders.
country again. There we go. Can see troops again.
Nice, good job. So many freight convoys being caught here. 73, 27, 12. Japan, it is not looking good. All right. And they're slowly pushing. The Soviets are slowly pushing while the Finnish take just random tiles in the north.
Wow, yeah.
It's yeah, I think they see it. So there is a supply hub in northern Russia there. Oh, free tiles for the Soviets. Will they get an encirclement here?
Yes.
Yeah, they're just taking their time. They know that the longer they wait, the better they are off. Oh, there was a small attack on Kiev. Small attack, but it bounced very quickly. It looks like they are trying to cross this river here. I'm noticing this a lot, that not a lot of units are getting into the battle, and this was happening in France. It was like they would attack with their 2 tanks, and then one would get in, and the second wouldn't. It looks like the Soviets are shoring up that one tile. Okay, so they're starting with the tanks, of course, for this here. Into marshes, so they will get a bit of a penalty, but not much, only 28%. With the marsh holds, just slowing them down a little bit. Your main objective is to hold the river. And are they going to hold it? Soviet tank is in the battle, but it is deorging very quickly. It didn't really have time to entrench. So, and then we have the double combat second battle. Tank is out again. Oh, looks like the Axis is making a little bit of momentum. And they're probably going to lose this tile as well. All right, well, that's it for the marsh hold there. You're probably going to want to hold the river. We're going to see some... Oh. The tanks didn't get into... Maybe the second the tanks got into the battle, it ended there. I didn't watch that. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
This guy got pushed off, though. This one in particular. How's Finland looking? Did they get their free encirclement? Not yet. Okay, well, slight movement. I mean, it is now winter.
Yeah, things may settle down for a bit.
Yeah, so Germany only has their Operation Barbarossa bonus until January 42, which is going to be in less than a month, which gives them the plus 10 attack and plus 5% breakthrough. Yeah, and Soviets tend to have just a million different modifiers, but Red Army looks like it's nearly sorted. Soviet Air Force is not looking super great. Never is at this point, but yeah, so they've got rehabilitated military. Yeah, let's take a look at their... So they're doing anti-fascist properties. So they're waiting for... They're waiting for this one to time out, right? Sorry, they need lessons of war, and they need the spirit desperate measures to time out, which is going to happen in September next year. Yeah. All right. What is the anti-fascist policy system? Just campaign events, fighters, and then there's some more war support. Ooh, face Western fascism.
Oh, wow.
Plus 10% against major fascists in Europe. Okay, so that's probably what they're going for, is the bonuses there. Yeah, so Asia's quieted down a little bit. Oh no, it has not. I just didn't scroll in enough. Japan is still losing their convoys. They're down to 95 or 92 now, surplus.
Wow.
They don't have the trains. It's just a grind to get them down. And then, I don't know, I think once they sort that out. I'm surprised we haven't seen like Taiwan being taken. Or even a landing in like Vietnam or something. Or even Iwo Jima. America's just kind of focused on the Navy and the Navy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have a small push by the Soviets.
Oh.
Looks
Right
like
on that.
just south of Kiev. It looks like they are going to get a little squishing opportunity.
Oh,
Can they hold
squish.
it? Can they hold it? Ooh, here comes the squishes. Oh, are they going to get it out? They might get them out. Oh,
my.
can they counter it? Oh, this is... Anyone's giving... Oh, a small squish! Small squish! There goes one tank. Okay, they might be able to get the Romanian infantry out, but that is one dead Axis tank. Oof. It's your winter offensive for 1942.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like they're the Spanish tanks here. Probably good stats. Oh yeah. The battles are moving a little bit too quick for us, but I did see 4 digits in those stats, so Spanish tanks are looking good. Usually the miners tend to bring out like just a few really good tanks and stuff, right? So their whole thing is to make little encirclements here and there while Germany does the main thing. Yeah, so Finland did pull out of that pocket where they could have gotten encircled, but
Yeah.
Okay. I think things will get quite spicy here soon.
Oh yeah.
We are waiting on just 2 big things. Yeah, Japan is just about to run out of convoys, sitting at 33
Oh wow.
with 73 of them in. So I know this question was asked currently. You're not going to know this until that, but yes, Soviets are right side grand battle plan, and they just got the night attack, which is a very good one. With some basically the equivalent of like 12.5 stats or attack stats. Okay, 21 convoys for Japan. Yeah, if you want to take over to Japan, we should count that down.
Oh yeah,
Until
definitely.
there's 0.
Bear with me one moment. Pressing all the buttons.
14. And once they hit that 0 number, things are gonna get quite bad. They will have convoys for some of it, but it's their trade and their supply is just gonna start taking a big hit. 13, 11. Oh, back to 13. Yeah. So if you guys don't see, this is the number I'm looking at up here by at the very top, just ahead of the little hat and left of the XP and stuff at the top. We got 7 convoys left. Just gonna zoom out. Nothing happening yet in there. Okay, so we're pause for a little bit. Do you want to make a prediction? When do you think Japan is going to get naval invaded? It's currently February.
Yeah.
You had to guess. What do you think?
Middle of March.
Really, that early? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the enthusiasm. I'd probably guess. I feel like the American players a little bit like not cutthroat. I think they just want to sort their navy first. But I don't know where would they land? Okay, yeah. They are pushing in Singapore. They're unpaused again. Now, they may have to take the Iwo Jima and Thailand first before they can do this. I think they're probably just focused on convoys like we are. Down to two convoys from Japan. I think we just got a player who's legging down the speed a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, and Japan just doesn't have anything to put up. Like, they don't have the anti-sub warfare. They don't have enough destroyers. I mean, they could be pulling them off their main fleet, but I don't know. At this point, what do you do? Is it home defense time?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, we are seeing a little bit of action. Just some bounces on the Barbarossa front, but I'm expecting probably a little bit more action during the summer because of the snow.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, that's Japan
Yeah,
officially.
I think they're just holding.
Yeah, Japan is officially short of convoys. Yeah, they're lacking 7. They're in the negatives for convoys.
Oh.
Very strong Soviet hold. I think this is the lull in the war.
Calm before
The calm before the storm. Yeah. Okay, I said calm before the storm, but we could be wrong. This might be a D-Day. Yep, we have paratroopers landing in France, northern France. Here come the amphibious tanks with the I was expecting Japan. I was looking for all their stuff. I couldn't see anything. I'm like, where is it? Turns out it's all in. It's all in. The UK setting up for D-Day. Oh my god. Oh, there's so many squishes. Oh my god. Oh, the humanity.
Oh.
Oh. Are they going to take Cherbourg? They have multiple ports.
Oh my
ports.
gosh, I had the weirdest, oh my god, the weirdest glitch in the map. Like, it was as if, like, I don't even know how to explain that one.
Yeah,
This
Vichy
is
is not
so
in this, so
DC.
this is an encirclement down here. If they cut this off, if they get tours.
Yeah.
Wow. Germany, are you countering? What is going on? Are you moving off of the front? No. Nothing there.
Wow. Nothing, no counters. Oh,
Hold on. Yes, no, they're shuffling. They're shuffling. I clicked the wrong country.
moving, yeah.
This is my terrible casting skills. Oh my god. Free France. No, we gotta look at. Oh, you
Well,
can't.
at least
There's so
accidentally
many
quit
units
like I
down
did.
there in the Bordeaux area.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all cut off. They're trying. They're trying to. And of course, the second they move off, the Soviets will start pushing. We'll see something here.
Oh,
Yeah, like all the allies are here. Yeah, Bordeaux, UK signaling, get Bordeaux, push to Bordeaux. You need it. You get that port out, and then you're solid on one line.
we'll have
Oh,
to
let's
see
take a
if
look at their
there's-
air. What's that?
I'll just have to see because I've had a few instances where the map's gone totally
Yeah.
weird on the screen, so I may have to rejoin.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep you up to date. So the Allies have landed in northern France. They've
Oh
taken.
yeah. I can see that. It's
Yeah.
Flicker.
Yeah. Okay. Tours. Tours is holding. They do have enough here. It looks like the advance is slowing down just a little bit. I don't know if they're going to have much for the counter, though. I think they're signaling for troop convoys to come out. They are trying to retreat. The Axis are. They might get some of their units out, but all of that's going to be raided. And the Axis is pushing a little bit. Oh my god. Gibraltar is still held by the UK, and they have most of Africa. Italy has moved some of their units off. Oh, and the paratroop behind. Yeah, it looks like the Mexican paratroopers are done there. But we are seeing an Axis pushback.
Yeah, I saw a little pushback there.
Okay. Oh, the tide is changing. It's turning a little bit.
Ooh.
They're pinning so many units right now with the one thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, they managed to get off. There was like 50 units on one tile here in the west. Okay, yeah. It's a bit of a struggle now. Yeah, and they also held Bordeaux, but it is attritioning because they're not really getting much supply in there. Yeah, I'm just seeing the South Africans repeatedly try to pin this one tile.
Bad flickers on mine, so
Okay.
do I have to let someone know or leaving and rejoining?
I'm not too sure what kind of flickers.
Like it's like a Catherine wheel-ish kind of a from a point. It's just a glitch.
Yeah. Try tagging to different countries or tapping out and that. Maybe it'll fix it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was another invasion in the Netherlands. Wow. Yes, they are starting to pour in the infantry. Oh, what does it look like from the Axis perspective at this point? Yes, they are starting to pull off the Eastern Front because the West is looking very dicey. Those Hippo units are all from the Italian garrisons. They're all coming up. Paris is kind of holding there, but if they lose the lowlands, everything is threatened here. Oh no, Romania running back to hold their home. Where is the Axis defense for the East? Are they going to be holding the river in Poland?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
My map is completely a mess.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stream my perspective in Discord and just restream it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just watch it from here. Yeah. It's just like this is kind of the final moments of the game, right? So, yeah. It looks like Germany is failing to hold up here in Germany, and yeah, the Soviets are just walking in. From their perspective, they see nothing. There's just nothing here, right? And I don't know.
Yeah.
You need to. You would need to set up a line here in the east. Okay. Yeah, and then the Paris line is getting pushed out a little bit. Okay. Yeah. There we go. We've seen a lot of shuffle. Here's the line I was talking about in Poland. You want to hold the big river by Warsaw. If I was good at geography, I would know the name of that. There's a massive invasion behind the lines with paratroopers by Bordeaux. I think that is going to be cleaned up here very soon. But yeah, so the Caspian Mountains is the range, and then you want to hold that river. And they've broken the river in Romania. The Soviets are already there. The Americans and allies are keeping the pressure on in the lowlands. Oh my god. This is... oh. This is so messy, but my... Yeah, I think Bordeaux will be cleaned up here. Mexico may lose a couple units. I think they're starting to slow them down a little bit. They are trying to counter push, but not so much. This is really going to come down to here. Is this line enough? Is the 2 and 3 infantry units enough to hold? And I don't know if this is the best spot to hold. You may want the mountains, Hungary, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to how fast they push through the eastern front.
I had a total game crash.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, just restream my Discord point of view.
Yeah,
that's the way to go for right now. So we do have a game pause. Johnson. They may be calling it. Oh no, sorry, that's in India.
Oh, gosh.
Well, so it looks like there was a couple of other crashes, by the way.
Okay.
And Teddy player, I believe, is USA.
Okay,
If you want to try to rejoin, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to rejoin.
Wow, chat. Wow. There was a question: are they forced to declare at any particular time for Barbarossa? Yes, they have to declare during the summertime. And we're back. Okay. So we have Germany. Oh, maybe it was a bit of a desync because I thought they were a little bit further. Okay. Oh, right. So Vichy did join. Vichy joined, and it looks like the front is being pushed here. Anything that was down here probably could get out. They're in the Axis. They are holding.
I've got you back.
How's it going? You're back in the game too?
Yeah, I'm back in the game.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, you know, it's just toy 4 things, right? So.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Eastern line's not looking super hot for them, but they are doing some work in France. The Axis, that is, and they may push out this. Ooh, it's still not. It's looking pretty dicey, but they may push out the Netherlands just yet. But
oh yeah.
If the Soviets break this river, do I gotta be the guy to call it? Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, and they are across. They are across the river. Yeah, they did not have enough for this line, unfortunately. I think they're going to be able to expand this. Probably take Warsaw.
Gosh, I'm still having the issue with the map. I have no. Oh my, it's not good.
Would you like me to stream my perspective again? Just let me know.
Probably yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's do that very quickly.
Say so. Let me just switch on over, guys. Bear with.
All right. So we are paused for a second.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah. Germany is in very rough shape. They have so much PP. They're not even on scraping the barrel. What is this?
I don't know how to get your stream up.
It should just be casted live. Just click me and then the live and then. But yeah, so the Soviets are pushing in. They seem to be holding the Allies back a little bit. Not super well. Ooh. All right, they're trying to hold the next river line around Berlin. This is the defense of Berlin moment. Italy is coming up with all the troops. I think this is time. They know that if Germany falls, the game is over. And they're just unable to push those pockets out. Looks like the Soviets are completely through in Poland.
Hello.
Yep, they are absolutely crumbling in the west now too. This is all open. The Allies don't even see it around Dieppe, and I mean, they're just pulling everything off to go east.
Yeah.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it, guys. This is the part where they save it and send it to Alex the Rambler.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Motor bitter steel's available. 100 divisions. They are going to hold out for Berlin. we've got the naval invasion in Hamburg, and once the Allies realize this, yeah, it's just so weak up there.
Mhm.
Yeah, the snake. Where's the America? Oh, it's just only a couple units too. Only a couple units in Hanover. I don't think they know how much is on this. Not Poland, but what does the Soviet perspective look like? Seeing a lot of empty tiles as well. It's really just a matter of pushing at this point. Oh, and Romania's capped. Yeah, the game is now paused again. Unfortunately, once a lot of units like this move in Hoi 4, the people with weaker internet connections kind of can't handle it, so it tends to pause a lot.
Oh, is that why? Is that why?
So I'd say we got one person in the game who is probably on Wi-Fi, and their roommate's making nachos, and you know.
Get off Netflix.
No, it is Bulgaria open. Bulgaria is completely open. This is going to be a Bulgaria cap here in a second. Hungary is about to die. The hold for Berlin. I mean, this is the kind of numbers that you need on that river line.
Paris has been liberated, guys.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing really bad glitches with my map, and I cannot. It's currently in the middle of everything, so I cannot. Yeah. I cannot tab out and figure out how to add another source right now.
The Italians are on an ad hoc defense line, but they're holding plains tiles. I don't know if that one's gonna work, guys. There's Bulgaria out of it. Oh no. Italy's setting up the defense line for the homeland. I think Hungary, it's going to cap here once they lose Budapest. Maybe they got a couple of cities left in the south, but before the war is called, let's look at casualties. 1.8 for the Germans. Very low casualties from the Soviets, only 400,000. They had a very good defense this game. All right, America's linking up their lines in the north. Yeah. That's it, guys. Oh.
No,
They'll be calling it here in a second.